Hello, everyone, and I guess goodbye 2021. I'm just here we've started a bit earlier today. The actual show is at 8 o'clock my time, which is in 2 hours. But what I thought I'd do is revisit for 2 hours for anyone who's got the time and inclination to watch the first episode of Drink and Draw. Back when we didn't really know what we were doing. I had a good laugh of it last night, so I thought I'd share it with everyone today. It's not the first show that ComX did, but Drink and Draw has become a bit of a staple to a lot of people. So, yeah, I thought it was a good example to show how far we've come and have a bit of a laugh at what we were. So, I guess with that, I will just press the play button. And for the next hour and a half or so, you can watch the original show. Enjoy. Hi, everyone. Shane here from ComX. And we're doing the Drink and Draw tonight with, let me see, we've got Rob, Spedsy Lyle, Ed Kersley, Peter Wilson, Isaac George, Duncan Prenovicius, Lee Chalker, Alex Major, and Dave Dye. So without any further ado, let's bring each of them on. Hello, Alex.
Oh, hello, Shane, and everybody else.
Hello. Yep.
Hello,
Zach.
Hey.
Hello, Lee.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, Dave.
G'day.
And hello, Ed. And that's all we've got on at the moment. Everyone else is having technical issues.
Usually me.
So tonight, the theme is, I'll just bring this picture up, Final Dragon. So everyone tonight is drawing something to do with Final Dragon and chatting as we do it. So I guess we can just, while the other guys are coming in, we can just start. Oh, here's Rob again.
Hey,
yeah, it's working this time. Yeah, you're working this time.
I'm not the only
I like
one.
the little Dutch angle you got going there.
Yeah,
artistic.
Thanks.
No, keep it.
It's because my nose goes off to one side. I can smell around corners. So if I have it on my good angle, my nose looks straight. But then when I look like this, it's like, oh, that guy's been punched in the face a lot.
Have you?
Yeah, I got one like that too.
I got punched in the face once when I was a kid, but it was a good one.
This is from footy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done anything tough. This is an easy life.
Right. I'm not sure I've met you before, Sloppy Tunes.
No, I've been out of the country for like 13 years, so I'm back recently to Australia.
Yeah, right.
But I used to do comics in the 90s and then early 2000 when Supernova was still called Comic Fest.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Can we start drawing now?
Yeah, start drawing. Go for your life.
Oh, I have. Sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I just thought we were on the clock or something.
Yeah, you're on the clock. Cheers, everyone.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm
vodka.
There we go.
Very well.
You got it. Bloody long neck.
Oh, tallies. That's the go.
Yeah.
They go too hot up here, though, in North Queensland, I tell you.
I asked for the biggest bottle in the whole shop.
Nice.
Right, so who's in North Queensland?
Me.
That's Lee.
Lee.
Yep.
Oh, there you go. Oh, my mum lives up in Cairns, so I used to go there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Did you like the tropical north?
I like the diving part. The other part, I was like, I don't know, I didn't really like. I don't know. It was like, I know how it is with your mum. It's not the most exciting part. She's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, fair enough, man.
No, I didn't go. I didn't go out much. So I didn't go. I just did family stuff there. So because like she's from she moved up there from Sydney. So
that's a big fucking change, mate. I tell you, coming from Sydney to Cairns, woo, now good on you. That's a brave woman. But
but she actually didn't. She actually lived someplace between Port Douglas and Cairns in Newell Beach.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think I've been through there. I went up into the Daintree a couple of years ago with a mate and did all the 4-wheel driving and, floodwaters and stayed at all the croc-infested, camps that are up there, man. There's some really nice spots, I'll tell you. Unbelievable. Ever get a chance to go up there, do it.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, we did do all the like the touristy stuff. Like I did go up the Daintree, and then also went to a bunch of kangaroo places as well.
Yeah.
So and a lot of people speak Japanese there. When I was there, this was like I was like late 2000, like 2007. I was there last time. So
yep. Probably a bit more modernised now, man, because North Queensland's got internet and shit now, so it's...
I can't imagine.
They can take pre-bookings as opposed to, like people who just rock up on their doorstep, like, man, I've been out bush for like a week, like I need somewhere to stay. Come into this health resort and, like see the butterflies and that's all that stuff goes on up there. But hey, that's cool. Whatever you're into, man.
Oh yeah, the butterflies. Yeah, I did go see the butterfly thing there, and they also had this little Port Douglas. They had all like the cane toad races as well.
yeah, quality stuff, mate.
We'll be doing that soon down here. The cane toads are coming down here. I heard they're heading down.
Yeah, they're getting more and more south every year, I think.
Yeah,
mate, those things are the ugliest things ever, and they like. You can't keep pet food down or anything. You'll come out in the middle of the night and there's like this big cane toad the size of your head, like sitting in a bloody bowl of dog food and stuff. And you're like,
Yeah.
Oh,
my sister used to live in Bundaberg.
Oh, yeah.
On a 5-acre block out of town there, and at night the blooming cane toads, summertime was when they'd be very active, and you'd be sitting there watching telly, and the cane toads would be jumping up against the window catching the flies and stuff, the insects at night. You just hear the constant flap as they're fighting over insects.
Mate, disgusting creatures.
Yeah.
I'm pro animal and stuff, and good on them. But no, they do bad things to dogs too, mate. Like
When
dog
Oh, here we go. We've got someone.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's coming in.
Yep, Duncan.
Oh, there you go. Duncan's back.
And he doesn't seem to have a camera.
We call that pulling a Jerome.
Yeah.
Makes me laugh. Good on you, Rob. Rob, I haven't met you yet, man, but I've got to say, I sit down in the granny flat, particularly last evening, was it? And with Tam, my missus. Yeah. We were listening to those interviews last night. She's the one that said you've got me in stitches, and you said I don't think I'm the man to see. I should probably go to a doctor or something to that effect. And geez, we chuckled, man. Yeah, that was a fun show last night. Good on you all for being part of that, because that was very funny indeed.
Yeah, it's weird because you said we haven't met, and I just. Yeah, you're right. We haven't. But I've watched so many of the live streams and stuff that you've been on, and I've read Battle for Bustle, and I just assumed we had met. But of course, we never have.
No, we have not, mate. But it's nice to meet you anyway, even through this, cybernetically, I suppose, infused bloody thing.
Yeah.
But hey, beauty of technology is none of us would have ever met. None of these occasions would have ever reared their head.
Yep.
And you know, hooray for modern tech, and it's excellent to see your stuff. I actually really like all of your work, man. The whole lot of you. So I do like, you know, I do actually jump on the internet every now and then and like sort of look at what you're pumping out and stuff like that. So you're all very talented. So
Oh, yeah, well, it goes both ways, mate.
thank you, Dave. No, mate, you're a champion too. You're a bloody legend. I've been looking at the stuff you're pumping out, and good Lord, mate, like you're a machine.
Yeah, Dave's freaking
Mate,
awesome.
you're putting the mockers on me now. I'm going to turn you doing a stick figure.
Perhaps that's part of my plan, Dave.
Well, while we're all together, I'd just like to say one thing that I don't know if you're aware of, but Spedsy has got a musical background. You've mentioned that in the interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to get onto his webpage and go and listen to his music. It's bloody brilliant.
Oh, right. Wow.
He can. Is that you singing, mate?
Yeah.
That you got 3 brilliant albums there, and I love them.
Oh, wow. Thanks, man.
What was the name of your band, mate?
Mighty Boy was the name of my band back in the day. I mean, I was in a band called the Doggy Paddle Scandal, cover band called the Bryans, but my main band was the Mighty Boy. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's cool, man. Well done.
Cheers. Yeah, I wasn't sure. So it was obviously your lady that said in the chat, like, Rob, you were in a band, weren't you? And I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, do I mention it too much? And she didn't go.
Oh, man. It's just a little personal joke that me and Tam had, because I've watched you a couple of times and you talked about you being in a band, but I kept saying to Tam, he never tells me the name of the bloody band, you know? So that's why I was like hoping when I got you, like, Rob, please tell me the name of your band, you know? Like,
but it always goes the same way. It's like, oh, the band was Mighty Boy, and everyone just does that. Because no one's heard of it.
That blank look. Ah, yeah, right, yeah.
Blank look. Did you enjoy your time playing music and stuff?
Oh, yeah. Yes and no. Like, I mean, yeah, I only remember the good times, which is probably the good way to look at it.
Yeah.
There were ups and downs. But
you like drawing more?
Do I like it more? Probably. There's no setup time. There's no carting stuff around the city. Late nights I just have to walk over to where my bed is. I don't have to drive home and with ringing ears and all that sort of stuff.
Next question. What are all those things you've got in the background, Rob? Like, are they comic books or are they DVDs?
That's all comics. No, it's comics, yeah.
Oh, they're all like trade paperbacks and stuff?
Yeah. And then there's boxes all across there and across there. It's a bit of a mess if you look too closely, but
that's a pretty solid collection there.
Yeah, that's a hell of a collection. You're all falling into my plan.
All my comics are in here.
Oh, you're all digital with that, are you, Alex?
Yeah, because I've been living out of a suitcase, so I can't carry I had to give up when I left Australia. I had to give up all my DVDs, my games, my comic. I had like 3 or 4 massive boxes of comics, which for Rob is like I don't know, it's about 3% of his collection. And I had to donate that away because I was just like living from one country to another, and then now I'm back. But
Peter,
I don't know. Oh, Peter's back.
Hey, bro.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm here, man. How we doing?
We're still here, mate.
Awesome.
Good to see you, boy.
Hello, Peter.
Just admiring Rob's comic collection.
That's ridiculous. Look at it.
Yeah.
I thought mine was good.
Hey, question, Rob. What's out of all of that lumber you've got there, mate? Like, what is the one that, you know, really jammed it in there for you?
Why the Last Man is my favorite comic.
Yeah.
The white one's just there at the end. But it's annoying. I'm not huge. Like, I like keeping my stuff nice, but I'm not a everything needs to be 9.8 sort of guy. But volume 5 of Why the Last Man, I bought it brand new, but there's a page with a rip in it, like with like a chunk ripped off, and man, it bothers me. I haven't read it for years, but I just people are like, "What do you remember? What do you love most about Why the Last Man?" And the first thing that comes to mind is that torn page. And I was just talking about remembering the good things, but I don't know why I keep focusing on that. But there you go.
What's it called, mate? What's the title?
Why the Last Man? It's a story about it's why the letter why the letter Y, the last man.
Oh, Why the Last Man? Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
I think it's by Brian K. Vaughan.
That's right.
So how did you find it so fast?
But yeah,
It's his favorite.
I suppose.
All right.
But it was just like you had this prepared.
And
so the guy's
there
name is
are-
Warren, and he's the last man on Earth.
And who wrote it? Who's the work that
Brian-
worked on it?
Brian K. Vaughan is the writer,
Yeah.
and Pierre Guerrera is the artist.
And what's the art like, mate?
Oh, the art's great. It's really great.
And it's from it's one of those European jobs, is it?
It's American.
Oh, right, Yankee.
Dude, that's like Image or Dark Horse, isn't it? From memory.
Vertigo.
Vertigo. Yeah, right.
My favorite.
Because
DC4
that was going to be they've been pushing that for years to be a movie or a bloody like TV show, but no one can nail down the story.
Yeah.
So, apparently.
Supposedly it's on its way.
Oh, cool.
Oh man, I hope so. Because
right.
What do you mean,
As long as
nailed
they
down the story, Lee?
As long as
Sorry,
they don't
mate?
feature it, should be fine.
Netflix came through and bought a whole bunch of stuff. They bought Black Magic. They bought Old Guard.
Devil's Toilet.
We can hope, Rob. We can hope.
We can hope.
For sure.
Did you do Did you do the Devil's Toilet? Did you, Rob?
Yeah.
No, that's mine.
What? Yeah, son of a...
You don't have a copy there, do you?
Well, I don't know how you sucking me in. I was just watching the live stream with you and Shane the other day, and you had it. I was stoked to see you had it sitting there.
I thought you might have a spare cover there to just hold up the screen.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I didn't prepare that well. I would have had, because I just looked at the file here. I thought I had Battle for Bustle sitting here too, but it's actually in my bedroom next to me.
see, I would have loved you even more, mate, if you would have busted that out.
It's in my bedroom because it's on my bedside table where I read it.
That's, you know what? It's funny, but 90% of people that tell me they've bought the comic always say the same thing. It's on their bedside table.
I'd yell out for my wife to get it, but she'd be like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
It's funny.
Well,
yeah.
No, I was just going to say, imagine I had to describe the cover to her. It's the one with the like all the.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you put that cover into words?
You know, I don't know how the fuck that cover came out of me either, man. But you know, Gary says to me one night, he goes like, "Mate, you need a cover," and I said like, "Oh, okay." And I was doing a lot of painting at the time, and I just sort of whacked that out. And I still, to this day, don't think Gary is 100% behind it, but you know, it is what it is, man.
I got the black and white cover.
Oh yeah, well that cover was actually done by Beau Jardine. So I actually, man, I could walk over off camera now and get the original artwork for you and show you, because it's like, man, yeah, it's a nice piece of artwork. Yeah, I'm very proud to own that.
Oh, no
Work
way.
in progress.
Work in progress. Looking nice.
Wow.
All right. Did you get a head start, Zach? Oh golly, I'm way behind.
No, Zach's been quiet and not talking to everybody. He's been diligent. I've just been, I don't know. I'm still, where is this? Where does this work? This is how this works. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I switched to apps.
I can see yours, Ed. Alex?
Sorry?
Ed. Oh, yeah.
Oh, looking cool there, Edmund.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
Oh,
dude.
geez. Yeah. Coming along
Nice.
So mine,
yeah.
mine is him pulling a hamstring. Because if you remember the
Yeah,
cover,
good one.
the cover to the first ComX, he's doing that.
Hey, what?
The cover for the ComX Presents, where
He's doing the big kick.
he's doing the big kick. Yeah, so I'm doing the aftermath of that kick, where his hamstring.
He doesn't want you to see.
Karate Kid pose, he's often balancing on the log.
Oh, right.
Doing it also.
Yeah, I got
He's
you.
balancing sideways. Pretty impressive. Puts Daniel
So what-
to shame.
Oh, I heard my name. What was that?
Sorry? Not you, the Daniel, whatever, the Karate Kid.
Oh,
Doesn't matter anyways. Go on, move on. Move on. This joke didn't work. I tried it out, threw it out there, didn't work. Move on.
Righto, move along. Move right along there.
Just trying out new material. Sorry, guys.
One thing I actually remember from the Karate Kid, him being bossed around to like clean Mr. Miyagi's house, and him climbing to save the bonsai tree. It's my only recollection of all of that franchise.
You don't remember
I
the wax
recently
on,
watched-
wax off?
I recently watched the one where it had nothing to do with karate, the one where he went to China, the remake. And they completely, like, the writers and everybody was super lazy. Instead of having all these little creative things, like in the original movie where he's, cleaning the car, doing the fence, and then he just learns karate.
Yeah.
He just repeats the one thing. He puts a jacket up and then throws it on the ground, picks it up, and he does that for like about 20 minutes, literally. And I was like,
sounds like an awesome movie.
No, it wasn't good. It was
Like a Michael Jackson concert, man.
It gets a 3 out of 14.
3 out of 14.
Yeah, specific. I don't.
No decimal points.
No. No. This was just straight on, bang on 3 out of 14.
Okay, excellent.
What's that accent, Alex?
I think most of that is like expat living in China and speaking to a lot of Americans there. But some of it is Hungarian because I came to Australia when I was 14. So
Right, yeah. Well,
sorry?
I would have picked it as European.
Yeah. So it's a bit of Eurotrash.
You said it, not us.
It used to be the show. I used to watch it when cable first came, when Foxtel first came, and they had Eurotrash, and I had Jean-Paul Gaultier was hosting it, and he was just showing just gross stuff in Europe.
Oh, right.
I don't know if you remember, it was like on, I forgot what channel, it was like on Foxtel when it was first, but they only had like 20 channels or something.
Well,
so you guys all from Queensland or?
No, all around Australia. All around Australia.
Okay. Yeah. So anybody else from Sydney or? I'm waving the Sydney flag.
I'm Newcastle.
I am originally from Russia.
Really? I don't know.
Who said Newcastle?
Yeah.
I'm in Newcastle. That's me.
You, Pete.
Yeah.
Nova Castrian.
That's right. Only recently, the last few years.
Oh, okay.
I was in the Central Coast before.
Oh, right. Gosford or
That's right.
not Budgie Tukla.
Gosford, where angels fear to tread because they'll get mugged.
All right. Had any shark attacks up there lately?
We don't bother documenting them anymore.
Yeah, it's scaring away the
As soon as it
tourists.
happens.
Yeah.
Oh, who just dropped out? Oh no, Lee, and he's back again.
Oh, there you go.
He probably went for a smoke.
Oh, it's a magician, mate, in the past life.
Now this bloke wears the old gym boots. I had a pair of them when I was a kid,
Yeah, the old Chuck Taylors.
but these are pink. I didn't know. I wouldn't
They're
have been
supposed to be red.
red, is it? Yeah. Oh, okay. They never came in blue when I was a kid. What did you call them?
Red wasn't invented yet, was it, Dave?
When was red invented? Like 2003? I can't remember.
I think bloody Marx invented it, was it? Or Stalin?
Yeah.
One of them. Bloody commies.
I remember watching a doco on the Spanish Inquisition at one point, and the artwork that came out of that, they said that the reason why the portraits were so dark, and if you do look at them, you know, if you ever have a gander or see something, you do notice they're like, man, they're really black on the outside and come in, if you know what I mean, to like quite dark colours.
Yep.
And they said because they still hadn't discovered things like yellows and reds that would
Oh, right.
mix with the colours.
Right.
I don't know if that is 100% correct, but I watched that doco, so God knows what they're teaching me on ABC. But, you know.
Yellow might have been
Propaganda stuff.
yeah.
No colours in Spain.
Well, yeah, Goya did a lot of dark things, didn't he, during the Inquisition?
Yeah. Oh, that's, man, imagine the time that would go into like that sort of stuff. Like, wow.
Yeah.
And it's safe to
Unbelievable.
say I didn't think we'd be getting this highbrow.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I've only got one eyebrow, mate. So I can't get any higher.
Yeah, why is it that the guy smoking a cigarette and drinking actual alcohol is the one that's making all the intelligent topics?
Well, you know.
Let's go.
He's right.
Let's go back to those shark attacks. What's up with them?
It must have been bloody hard to admit to being an artist. I mean, it's hard enough admitting to it now. All your mates are talking footy and, oh, I built a house on the weekend. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I drew a toilet. Like, you go back to ancient Rome and they're like, oh, we just fought off the French again. And they're like, oh, I just drew a picture on the roof of the cathedral.
Of the toilet.
Yeah, of the toilet.
I pity that poor dickhead, mate, that, you know, designed the bird wings I'm going to fly. And, you know, what did the story say? Jumped up on the castle and had a crowd below him and stuff and launched off with these wooden, you know, duck feathered wings and just
The whole crowd did that.
into the ground. Yeah, man. Like,
The whole
there was,
crowd.
I suppose
That's a
there
bit
was
awkward
like
when it
50
doesn't work
people.
out.
I don't know, and a couple of sheep. No, I've got no idea about this.
I was trying to make
Extent of
a joke.
He just hit the ground like a dart, so legend says, mate, you know.
You said he had the whole crowd blow him, so I was like, did they form a line? How did they even...
So, is this streaming on YouTube or Pornhub?
I'm like, are we allowed to be?
I assume both, right?
Because then the whole pant thing, then why am I wearing pants?
You guys opened with a story of someone's mum at Cairns and stuff, so it was.
Yeah, she wasn't doing any of that stuff. She was. It was a whole story how it wasn't exciting. That was the point of that story.
Don't worry about it, Alex. He's playing with you, brother. It's all
Tony Menzies watching.
Be pardon?
What'd you say?
Tony Menzies watching. You just put a comment up.
Oh, is he? Oh, how you going?
So that's what
Dave?
happens. If somebody puts a YouTube comment, we get a little bit of a pop-up.
Yeah, from Facebook as well.
Right.
We've got one from Facebook, watching from Melbourne.
Oh, okay.
Shout
I
out.
wonder if my friend John from Shanghai, he said he's going to tune in today, and I don't
Well,
know.
he's
You
just-
better,
he
you
just
better
got-
leave a comment so people know that I have friends there too, because
All
I
right.
can't just brag
That's
about all
looking
this
good,
stuff and
Zach,
not have a
looking good.
backup. Oh, there you go. Zach, say something so that way you can kind of slow down a little.
Talk about Xena.
Hands up for the next 5 minutes. I swear.
No. You can draw. Just like talk. That'll slow you down, so we can all catch up. So your turn to tell a story about sharks or bears or something intellectual. But I can't drop examples. I'm too
Talk
stupid.
about the colour yellow in old time Spain.
Yeah, that's a good topic, Dave. Who brought that up?
Well, I heard that's why the Spanish Inquisition drawings were so dark,
Yeah, Dick. Mate,
because of
where have you come from?
You blokes watch the same show. Same reliable source anyway.
Well, at least we figured out what was the biggest problem at the Spanish Inquisition. They didn't have enough colours to do drawings.
Yeah, that was it.
That would piss me off too.
Oh, give you the shits every day of the week, wouldn't it? I tell you. I want some sunlight. Fuck, I've got to use grey again, you know?
Yeah, because I have no yellows. So,
Indeed.
yeah, the little happy sun next to the building I just drew. I can't be happy without the yellows. So
Yeah, that's right. Well, you know,
scrunch up
what
my
they
paper
say.
and just go out and commit
Mate,
violence.
they
in the
wouldn't
name of...
sell bloody sunscreen if it was fucking grey, would they? Ah, dear. So what's everyone, yeah, apart from Rob, Alex, what's your favourite comic book, dude?
Oh,
My favorite comic book.
I didn't know what that
Is
question
it-
was going to be.
Is it yellow?
It's got yellow in it. It's got yellow. Yeah,
Fantastic.
I mean, I always go back to Calvin and Hobbes all the time, but
Oh, nice.
For real.
but I've been kind of like, I mean, I used to read, like when I was getting into comics, I used to read a lot of like a lot of image stuff. When I first got into comics, there was a lot of Gen 13, DV8, Witchblade, all these kind of stuff in high school, just you know, stuff with girls in it. And
Yeah.
I never got into the Marvel DC stuff because there's too much background, and I haven't got enough like attention for that kind of stuff. So I did that. Then I got into European comics for a while. So it's like a lot of like Black Sad and even like the what's it called, Le Petit Spiel. I even studied French for a while, so I was like, ooh la la, hoity toity. It's like, I'm too good for English. And then kind of like once I started traveling, I was working in the business. I was like doing animation. I had a TV show in China, and I did like toys in Hong Kong. So I was doing always drawing, but I was so out of the loop because everything's blocked in China. There's no proper comic stores. There was one in Beijing that would order stuff from Diamond, but not in Shanghai. So. And because I was just there, so out of the loop, we used to do this. There was like a little community there, artist community, expats mostly, but Chinese people trying to learn English were there. And we did this comic series called Shaving in the Dark. It was like an anthology book. So I used to do, I used to do that. So for a little bit, and then I just deflected from the question. So.
You have. Very
So
well
I'm thinking the
done.
roundabout way. I just don't like comics anymore. Sorry, guys.
Oh, mate, to be honest with you, I haven't bought a comic in ages, man. I'm the same. I sort of, you know, you get motivated by those things you loved as a kid and stuff, you know, I guess. And that's why I draw. But yeah, no, me personally, I mean, I keep up to date with Aussie comic books and shit, but I don't buy Marvel comic books. Fuck that. Not into that sort of stuff, man. But each to his own.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
But I have to say
Yeah.
that like I've been out of like because when I was here, it was like was just at the end of Platinum Grit stopped, Greener Pastures stopped, Hairbutt. I don't think they do. I mean I've met all the guys before, Jason Pollers and Tim McEwen and stuff. I'm still in touch with Tim. But then like there was like a little lull, and that's when I was doing comics. But then when I left, just before I left, like at the time Supernova started to blow up, and I was seeing like a lot of really solid local stuff happening. So that's why I really left, because I was like, oh, competition, I don't like that. So and but I've been back now for about a year, but because of lockdown, it's kind of I've just been just locked up, so I haven't really gone out properly.
Yep.
But I went to King's Comics, and I've noticed that they haven't got like a section for new indie, like locally produced comics. So I don't know, where you guys just basically sell them at conventions like AusComX and Supernova and stuff like that, or is there like plenty of stores that carry them and they're just avoiding me?
Yeah, well, who'd you go to? King's Comics?
Yeah, I went to King's Comics because they used to buy my books. So I used to always sell my books there before at King's. And they had like a really cool little, they used to be on Elizabeth Street. And they had this cool little section by the counter.
Last time I went, long gone.
Yeah, and now they've moved to a new place. And it looks nicer, but the Aussie section is just Cyclone Comics and Killaroo Comics, and I'm like, it's great, but these were like still around when I was here, and I was like, where's all the new guys?
The new stuff. Well, they won't stock it. Some of them won't stock it, but I think my first two books. No, hang on, the first book that I did, King stocked it for me. I think they sold 2 of them or something for me. But the next one they weren't interested in. And I haven't approached them since, but I think they've got they may have a new owner or manager now to what was there when I first approached them, and he might be, I don't know whether he's better or worse, I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't have a little section anymore, and I was like, because they even had these cool little photocopy comics as well, and I was like, it's pretty cool. I thought they displayed them in a way so it didn't feel that out of place with all the mainstream stuff, or like I mean, I used to read a lot of like slave labor comic stuff, like Milk and Cheese and Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, and that kind of stuff.
I approached a couple of the comic shops years ago, and they just really weren't too interested in stocking Australian stuff. So I just go to conventions and try and sell my stuff at conventions.
Interesting.
How's everyone's things going? I've just done my outlines.
There you go, doing better.
Nice.
I've only done a fist and a face.
Oh, better.
Looks like a Muppet. Looks cool.
Mine's still a bit of a mess.
Rob's also on Procreate. There you go, supporting Australian apps.
Is it Australian, is it?
Yeah, Tasmania, in Hobart.
I mean, I knew that. That's why.
Yeah, it's really weird that it's like this, like such a mainstream app, and it's just some dudes in Hobart.
Yeah, good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
You're drawing, are you, Shane?
God, no.
I thought you were going to draw, mate.
It should be.
I should be, but if the only way I can draw is if I get rid of my keyboard. And if I get rid of my keyboard, I can't send messages to people. So I've decided that was more important than me drawing some horrible, horrible picture.
I want to know the sweet stick figure. One of your patented stick figures, man.
You do them so well.
Yeah, definitely D's, Danny. Definitely D's. Gotta love the D's. He stocks a lot of Australian.
Oh, yeah.
D's is good.
D's, of course. Yeah, no, Brendan at D's, and then Mal Briggs at Impact. Yeah.
Impact, that's in Canberra, right?
Yeah.
D's
is in Canberra as well.
Yeah.
And Minotaur and All Star Comics in Melbourne are really good for if you want to get your comics into Melbourne.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
I've been to Minotaur once in 2001, and I remember, I don't know if it's changed, but I remember it was pretty awesome because there was like an escalator going down, and they had like an upstairs. Like, I don't know if you guys
Is that on Burke Street or Swanson
I
Street?
couldn't tell you. This was like
Elizabeth
20 years
Street.
ago, so this is when I had less grey hair.
They used to have 3 levels.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's where Comics R Us is on Burke Street now is where was one of the floors of Minotaur back in the day.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Who was that put up these? Was that Danny Nolan?
Yeah.
Yeah, g'day, Danny.
Yeah, Danny's awesome. Good, awesome supporter of shops and creators, and
Yeah.
It was a
Danny,
pretty solid endorsement. Thanks.
A writer. I always go to the story for Danny. We got Ledger Awards coming up. Must be coming up soon.
Oh, cool.
Anyone got
I'm
anything?
seeing it posted around.
They're doing it live this time, aren't they?
They did it last year, a live stream thing, and
No, I mean, is it in person? They're doing it in person.
Oh, I see. Right, yeah. Yeah,
Where
if
is
they
it held?
can,
Was
they
it
will.
held in Sydney?
I think it was last. It's been there for a couple of years now, so
Yeah.
they're probably going to do it in. Actually, it was at they had it at King's last year on the live stream.
Mm.
Pretty sure it was King's in Sydney.
Oh, it's pretty.
I've heard early rumblings that there's a particular comic that's doing a clean sweep of the Ledger Awards.
Oh, is
Does it have a toilet in it?
Yeah,
I'm
some sort
trying
of
to guess.
like a
Is it
toilet,
one, I think?
something.
Something to do with the
Oh.
toilet, yeah.
Yeah, plenty of poop jokes, and they
Well,
said the headline's already been written. Like the toilet makes a clean flush of the Ledger Awards.
oh, man.
Oh, nice. Sophisticated. But I thought we got to stop with the sophisticated humor here. I thought we're taking the brow a little bit lower.
Yeah, you definitely haven't met me before, Alex.
No, I haven't met any of you guys. I'm just.
We go back to the Spanish Inquisition and yellow.
Yeah. I think it's in Perth this year, apparently.
I'm remaining silent. I'm just.
Well, there you go. Danny just put up it's in Perth this year.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be Bruce Mutard's over there. And I think he's got a fair bit, he may have a fair bit to do with it, perhaps.
Oh, okay.
He'd be a judge, one of the judges.
Wouldn't Gary Challoner be also involved?
Well, I think he finished up last year.
Oh, okay. That was at
he's-
some. Yeah, and I
I
saw
think
him in
this one's
Sydney.
for you, Ed.
Do what?
Bogan
Yeah,
Robots.
that's Taylor.
Yeah.
Hi, Taylor.
Keep it up. Good man.
There you go.
Trying to join the live chat.
He was trying to join some for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, he's out drinking
Invitation only.
instead, so.
Yeah, he's out drinking. That could be the confusion. Where the confusion started.
No, I think he means he's
That's the
out
word.
drinking us, like he's drinking more than us.
Oh, out drinking. Okay, yes.
Everyone's
Yeah.
drinking too slowly.
I don't know,
I already
had
finished
that
one,
happen.
so I finished one.
Oh, all
I
right.
finished one beer. Oh, I thought you finished a drawing. I was like, oh,
That's
No drawings. No drawings. Maybe next time. Maybe I'll give the giraffe a go. Just, I think
Is
the
that what
karate
you-
guy's easier, but I'm going to give the giraffe a go.
You, whatever euphemism you're comfortable with. Don't worry, honey. I'm just giving the giraffe a go.
I can just imagine. I can see the giraffe just like all stressed out, going like, "Oh no, not again!"
Yeah.
Squishing the butt cheeks, hoping nothing will come in.
Yeah, no,
What cup can I put in there?
just put it in the can. Yeah, it's okay.
Everything all right, Shane? You got some kind of.
Oh,
pulled
yeah,
off?
sorry. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I'm communicating with my drink supplier.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Look at living the fancy life.
The fancy
you're
life,
showing
yeah.
off,
Living the
yeah.
fancy life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to get my own drinks.
You live with Dan Murphy. That's pretty awesome.
Where am I?
You're just there.
Hi.
That's Kerry.
Okay.
I'm the one that Shane's always talking about. How much she loves me and stuff.
Rob's just saying he's the one I'm always talking about.
But it's not talking, it's usually whinging, isn't it, Shane?
Well, I like to use talking because it's a more polite word.
Yeah.
Good self-esteem, bud.
So I'm being quiet for the last 3 seconds. I'm just trying to catch up with Zach. There you go.
Oh, flying through. Is that inking?
Yeah, I'm inking now.
Oh, nice.
Fuck's sake.
So what we'll do when we hit the hour,
Mhm.
we'll go pens down. No, we don't have to be that strict. But
Now, I'm probably going to have to go off stream and then drink less, and I might finish it off a bit because I can't add color. I don't have enough time to add color and stuff.
How long have we been going now?
47 minutes.
No, all right.
What?
We only got 15 minutes
No
left.
way. I don't have
Yeah,
anything
serious.
worth showing.
you got 13 minutes. Nice lucky number.
Oh, man,
geez.
mine is a mess. Look, it's just a white screen.
Well, you've
Looking
started
excellent.
doing it. You've restarted, mate.
I'm sort of cheating. I'm like, well, if I'm going to draw him, I may as well start on my cover for issue 2.
Oh,
But I was fairly ambitious to think I could do a cover in an hour and talk shit at the same time. And I don't know what's
That's
up with his.
cool.
Look how long his arm is compared to his head. This is like a back to the drawing board type situation. And I'm
That's all
literally at my
coming.
drawing board.
Everyone's feeling the pressure now.
yeah,
Feeling the
that's
pressure.
right. Well, no talking. Just
12
knuckling down
minutes and
again.
ticking.
I'm not wasting time. I'm not wasting time with my commentary. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
Oh no, somebody should talk though.
Probably should be since I'm not drawing.
Yeah.
I think it's like a pretty boring stream if we all just like heads down.
Well, let's talk about the color red.
So it's a recent invention. I don't know if I know enough about it.
Well, Dave was there when they came up with it. What was that day like, Dave?
I thought Dave
So,
dates red.
Dave, what was the actual, thing that you came up with red that day?
Like,
With
did the
what?
Prime Minister come to your house and like they were cutting a ribbon and like the ribbon was green and you're like, you know what, this ribbon would look good if it was red.
Yeah.
There's
roll-
a bit of a complementary colour in there. So yeah,
They rolled out the blue carpet.
yeah.
Yeah, roll out. The blue carpet just doesn't have the ring as the red carpet does. Like, if you went to an award ceremony and they said, "Fucking here you go, mate, here's the blue carpet," you'd be looking around going, like, "Is it real?"
It's a really
I'd be
passive
okay
aggressive
with it. I don't know.
for people.
I wouldn't discriminate against blue like that.
Oh no, neither would I.
right.
I'd still walk on the carpet, but you may have a moment of like, "Oh, I thought it'd be red."
As a guy who's never won anything, I'd just be pretty stoked to be at the award show. I wouldn't be hanging shit on the
I'd
carpet.
be happy, mate. I'd be happy on welcome. One of those welcome mats you get that you wipe your feet on. That'll work.
Lee, you sound like somebody who would refuse an Eisner Award on a blue carpet and be like, I'm not going to San Diego if the carpet's blue.
No, that's right.
Mate,
has anyone ever actually refused the Eisner Award?
oh,
I don't know.
Well, I haven't been offered one yet.
People only refuse them. Things only get refused like that if it's some political, thing. I'm not doing it because of the. I don't know.
Can't all be as anti-establishment as Alan Moore.
What's Alan Moore?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he would probably would. He's the type that would refuse it.
Yeah, mail it to me or something. I'll cast a spell and it'll come to me.
Alan Moore just signed an ongoing publishing agreement with Image, I think.
Yeah, I see that for 5 novels or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
My coach still salty that it's all right to Watchmen. Yep, okay.
Do you blokes watch the cartoon Kayfabe? Or comic Kayfabe, whatever it's called?
Cartoonist Kayfabe,
yeah.
That's a pretty good show.
I love it, yeah. Really interesting.
Okay,
I have some good stuff.
I think we should go back to the Spanish Inquisition because that's getting the audience hyped up.
Yeah.
Well, I got a strange request here from Tony.
Yeah.
I think that would kill. I think that would kill the ratings.
Yeah.
I'll grab a guitar, Shane, and you just start going.
You think my drone's bad? Wait till I sing. God.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know because I was in a band.
I thought you were drawing that.
Wow, you've just flown through that drawing there, Zach. That's just.
I was impressed before, but now.
Here's my one that I drew just then.
Oh, yeah, Red.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just wrote this while you guys were drawing.
Oh, nice.
So you could have finished that cover in an hour, Rob, but you've been too busy novelising. Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's impressive that we're doing comics. Stick to the task at hand, please.
Yes, exactly.
Typical comic book artist is always writing novels when they should be drawing.
In his spare time.
It's an easier art form, isn't it? Comics are the highest, they're the hardest. Anyone can bash out words.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, words are dumb.
Words and pictures? Come on. That's what the challenge is.
That's what it's all about.
It's twice as hard.
Oh, Lee just dropped out. Let's see if he can get back.
Well, he's probably going to get another durry or.
Oh, looks like he's back, and I'm just being a horrible host.
It doesn't matter, man. You're awesome. It's my North Queensland internet.
Ah, yes.
You're probably the satellite that I've got in my skull. You know, big metal bone of a thing.
Chunk of metal, yes.
Mm.
Are you in Townsville, are you, Lee?
I am, Dave. Yeah, mate. Yeah. You ever been up this way?
On exercise or on my way to exercise when I was in the army.
Yeah. What did you think of the place?
Nice. Quite humid when I was there, quite warm and sultry.
Certainly is, mate.
I didn't get much time to get into town. I think I went into town once the whole time. The rest I was at the Laverack barracks and.
Yep.
Rocky's the most north I've been.
Bundy.
Rocky.
Oh, Rocky. Right. Yeah.
Where's Rocky? I've never heard of that.
Rockhampton.
Yeah. Wow.
Central Queensland, then.
Yeah.
I've been all the way up north from Port Douglas down to Hobart. This is what happens when you're a foreigner. You see more of Australia than the locals.
It's probably true. But no, the most south I've been is Sydney, and that's not just living. I'm talking visiting.
Yeah?
That's it for the whole world. Sydney to Rockhampton.
All right.
Is that the only 2 places you've been?
No, between those places.
Tasmania is actually really nice. We went there with some friends and we just rented a car and just randomly just road tripped it for like 6 days. And then we just camped out in the bush, got attacked by wombats.
No, no.
Wombat.
Wombats.
Yeah,
That's the real story. Go back to that.
Yeah, no,
Well,
I reckon
well, the
that-
colour red was
I'm
already
totally
invented
with
at the
you,
time,
man.
so it was less
Alex,
exciting.
please explain the wombat attack me. Like that would be cool to hear.
Yeah, no, we were some friends. It was funny because it was me and another Hungarian dude and a Czech dude and a Malaysian businessman who thought we were kidding when we said we're going camping.
That's a group
start
of
of a
people,
joke.
mate. You know?
Well, it is.
Yeah.
I
So what
struggled to
happened
have
after
real
you walked
friends,
into
so
the bar?
just whatever random person. But yeah, no, he was like a co-worker of a friend, and then he said we're going camping to Tasmania, and he thought he was kidding, but we were like outright camping. We didn't book anything. We just bought some tents. And then he was like just dressed nicely, thinking we're going to be in like some kind of resorts. and then we're just driving around randomly, and he was like grumpy for about 1 or 2 days, but then he really got into it. Like, it's like, there's like where there's like 4 straight dudes in a car. We're just going to fart a lot and tell a bunch of stories, and he was upset. And then he got in, and then he also joined in on the farting contest, and then he goes listening. That's what dudes do when they. That's the boys' time, and then we ended up
You think
finding.
this girl's listening?
I'm sure there are. Anyways, so we went. We rented
I'm sure
this
there's
car.
girls out there who clicked the wrong channel there, Rob. I'm sure there's.
There's 8 dudes on camera. Like, one of us is bound to pull in the girls. But anyway, so we were in the car. We drove. We found this place. It's a 2 hours hike for camping. So, that's great. So we hiked for 3 hours. Couldn't find a campsite, but we found some place that we could probably camp. But I think it's illegal to do that. But Eastern Europeans don't care about the law, so we just set up our tents some random bush area, and we went down chasing the kangaroos. We thought they were fun. So we went to just look at them. There's like a ton of little wallabies, I think there were those. Yeah, they're wallabies, small kangaroos, wallabies. Yeah. And then we went back and we saw wombats, and we scared the wombat, and then he just ran off and then crashed into the dude's tent and dragged the tent for a couple of meters.
They're a pretty solid animal, the wombat.
Yeah,
Very solid.
Yeah, I did not know they run that fast, but then the ranger told us. We talked to later. We didn't tell him what happened, but he just random talks about wombats, and then he told us that they run really fast. I think he said like 30 kilometers an hour or something. I don't know.
Oh wow!
I think
I always thought they moved so slow.
I think they but he said they can't move left or right.
Wombat off, If you piss them off,
Anyway, the point of the story is we never got to know his name because he just ran away too fast. So,
Looking good, Zach.
So I hope the tourism board of Tasmania appreciates this free plug.
Mate, the free plugs that have been thrown out today, it's like, cans and,
the colour yellow.
The colour yellow. That's the biggest plug of them all, Zach. Like, I'm gonna throw whatever I got behind yellow, mate, for fuck's sake.
So the progress stuff. So there you go. Here's more karate stuff. Where is it? There we go. There you go.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
So you got a backpack on, has he?
Sorry? Yeah, backpack. No, it's just.
Oh, what?
No, he's just got a hump.
All right. Okay.
Nice, Ed. Nice.
Ed, did you start that tonight?
Yeah.
Dad just then.
Holy shit! I thought I was fast, but
No, you're
clearly not.
No.
That was ice cold, man. What was it?
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's funny. The voice from the distance.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's rad.
Nice one, Dave.
That's
what
cool,
I'll do
Dave.
is at the end I'll bring everyone's
You're
screen
all
up to
good.
full so you can see everyone's a bit better. I'll do you one at a time.
Oh, here we go.
No, better off being small. You can't see all the problems with it.
Yeah, not everybody's proud of their work, Shane.
They should be.
I'm not
Look at that.
super comfortable
Always
with
there to
you
pick us
doing this
up.
one at a time.
Fine, we'll do the full orgy then, Rob.
There you go. Now that I can get behind.
Or someone's
You'll
going to
probably,
get behind.
you'll probably have to, mate, if it's one of those things. You sick bastard.
Nah, I'm a bottom. What? Oh, sorry.
Well, it's been a learning curve tonight, hasn't it? We came here for an hour to draw pictures, and you know the amount of topics have been awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very educational.
I've enjoyed this evening, gentlemen.
Anything else besides the colors for the
Likewise.
Spanish Inquisition? Anything else in the documentary?
The wombat speed.
Oh, the wombat. Yeah, that wasn't a documentary. That was just real life. That was more like a real life jackass moment.
Oh, mate.
Oh no,
We're almost on the hour, guys. So
We should be
that
up for a
colours-
tourism award and everything. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I went to the Adelaide Comic and Toy Fair. Was it last weekend or weekend before? It's gone. Days,
I can't remember.
weeks and
I think it was
days
last
just go
weekend.
too quick. But it was a
I
one-day
think that was-
event.
Was it good?
Yeah, people went there to buy comics and toys and comics. It was mostly there's a lot of there wasn't many independent comic creators there.
Yep.
Not as many as usual. I had a pretty good show and sold a lot of stuff. Thank goodness.
oh, nice.
good.
Zach.
Awesome.
Good, mate.
So if you get a chance to get along to them, I reckon maybe people are wanting to buy some independent comics and that. So if you get a chance to get to the small shows, it's a good thing to get to and try and flog your stuff off that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I've got to get off my butt and start documenting where all these small events are.
Mm.
And well, finding them first and then documenting them.
I
Actually,
think
the small
Gossip's having
events are a lot better.
Yeah.
The small. I went to Comic-Con a couple of times, and I just thought it was a really tough time there. Like the only people that can enjoy themselves who are just pure fans, or you're famous already. But if you're like someplace in the middle or below, like we were
Supernova kind of like it's like going to a big Zing store now. Supernova.
Yeah.
It's like going to a big Zing store. It's all kind of just pop vinyls and King's Comics, and that's about it.
Yeah, I know. What you know? What was still like? I went there 3 years ago. I was there, Supernova in Sydney, and it was still pretty okay. I thought we still had a pretty good stall, and there was still traffic was okay. I mean, it's really where traffic goes because there was still a pretty big space for creators. Like, so if you're like looking for indie stuff, but I remember like Comic-Con, like when I was San Diego, it still had like there's a lot of space for indie people. But just not where the traffic goes. Like the only reason there's traffic there is because everything else is packed.
Yeah, and a lot of people, those supernovas and that, they don't turn up to buy comics. They turn up to do cosplay and go get a signature from or whatever movie stars there or something.
I go there for Art Alley.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I go there for cosplay myself.
I know Gospel had
each their own. I just dress up as a Chin Pokemon for the kids.
Nice.
I've never actually been to a Comic-Con or anything like that because I'm from Townsville. We're fully isolated, man. So, you know, we have this thing called a Magneticon.
Yep.
That comes and goes, you know, like it's on every year for 2 years and then it misses a year or two, like, you know.
Yeah.
But I've never actually like walked in the door and experienced the whole like cosplay. That's my little fella down here. Yeah, but I've never experienced that whole cosplay walk in the door and okay, wow, right. You know, like I don't know if I'd like it or not.
And I reckon you'd like. You know what you'd like? It's Angoulême in France. I went there once, and that is I've been to a bunch of comic conventions around the place, and that's been the most pure. Like, if you like comics, that's comics. Like, they have all these the street like Angoulême is like if their street name signs are all in word bubbles like comics. So
isn't the whole town the
the whole town's the whole town's a convention.
Crazy.
It's not like a little. They have like a couple of venues. And then but they're also like the church. You go to church there, and the church is like selling comics as well, or exhibiting comic pages.
Amazing.
So it's like the last time I went to church, but it was a good. But like, if you have to do one expensive trip for a comic convention, that's the one I'd recommend, because San Diego, it's just a bunch of I don't know, it's an ad. It's a big advertisement there. It's okay, but
so which one did you name then, Alex?
Angoulême is the one to go. Angoulême.
Who?
Angoulême.
Angoulême.
Angoulême. Angouleme.
Angoulême. And what country that's in?
France.
France. Right.
Yeah, it's not a big town. When the comic convention comes in, the population doubles.
Can I ask a question of you, Alex? You've spent time in France and stuff like that, because yes, is that correct from what you've been saying?
No, I just literally went there for the convention. So I went there once for 5 weeks looking for work, and I didn't find work, and I came back. Because I was working at Disney. Disney used to have a studio in Sydney, so I used to work there. I took a 5-week holiday, and I thought I'll go to France, find a job in 3 weeks, and give them my 2 weeks notice from France. Just called them up to quit, but I just came back. Nothing happened. My French is not good enough to live there, so I was like, because I'm dual citizen, so I have an EU passport, so I can rock up anywhere in Europe, and then go like, oh yeah, I'll collect your welfare.
I was interested just to wonder how like that Netflix show or whatever the TV show was becomes on Australian Netflix of Snowpiercer. Like, I actually read the comic books, the French comic books, I don't know, like 5-6 years back, and actually really quite liked them. And was just wondering if that was a big thing over in France, because they certainly advertise it as being like one of France's, number 1, 2 comic books, It's it doesn't matter. It's well worth checking out the comic book. Perhaps not the TV show, but the comic book is awesome.
I'll have to check it out. I've been missing out. It's like I was there last time I was in France was a long time ago. It was like in 2004. And then I worked for French companies in Shanghai, so I hung out with them and but I've missed out on a lot of that. So most of my the last when I was abroad, I spent a year in Europe living in Poland. And I was like a couple of months in the UK, and I was in Scotland on a film very briefly. And then I was mostly Shanghai for 8 years, and then Hong Kong and Korea and stuff like that. So Korean comic conventions were full on. Like I haven't seen cosplay like anywhere more professional in my life than I did in Korea.
Wow. All right.
But this is not the cosplay crowd, so next topic.
Well, the next topic is it's been an hour, guys.
Oh, right.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh no.
Anyone want to volunteer to be first? Yeah,
I'll go first.
Oh, we got Ed. I'll just push you up to the top screen. And then we can make you. Oh, nice.
There you go. A lot of blood.
Oh,
there you go. This is what happens when red's invented.
Yes. Dash of yellow would have served as well.
Awesome, Ed. Awesome.
Thank you.
This is Ed's baby, though, isn't it? Or
Yeah,
who's
Correct.
Ed's? Yeah.
Any volunteers, or should I just go through the list?
Hang on, I've just
I'll
got
go for
to
the
dab.
list. Oh, no,
we
wait,
got one
Zach.
here. We got one here, and I got to figure out how to press the buttons correctly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
That's really good.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Great hair. His face
that's
looks
good.
really good too.
Yeah. Nice, Zach. Very well done.
That's cool.
Both drawings look wicked.
Tight.
Well done, gents.
Just let me wash my brush out of you.
Yep. Any other volunteers?
I still got.
Just gonna start going through the.
Mine's not
Yeah,
good.
come on, there you
Ready?
go. Sorry, Ed, I forgot his shoes, mate.
Okay. Yep. I'll just boost you up. Oh, cool.
It's a bit
Ow.
crooked. Hang
Yeah.
on. Maybe if I go
That's
like this.
good too.
Oh, that's
wow.
cool.
Yeah.
So like a one-finger death punch.
Flicking a bunch of bricks away.
Oh, nice.
Kapow.
Kapow. Yes.
Peter Wilson, that's
Very
cool,
cool.
too. And you were delayed there, man. You know, you had no feed
Yeah.
and stuff. Like, that's wicked. Well done,
Cheers,
dude.
man. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Lovely work.
And I forgot his shoes, Zach. Sorry, mate.
That's sick.
Shoes are overrated, anyways.
Barefoot.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like it.
Barefoot one. Oh, you got 5 toes there? Or 4?
Yeah,
1,
yeah.
2, 3. Oh,
Yeah, well, I sort of figure there's this thing up in Townsville, man, where dudes wear like a football sock up and a football sock down. So I just thought I'd throw a bit of culturalism in
Okay.
there and grant, one sleeve down and one sleeve non-existent,
One sleeve
So,
Does that mean they've got a gun when they do that?
well, I don't know, Zach. It's a comic book, mate. They could do whatever they want if they want to.
I was
pull it
talking
down
about
or-
the the guys with the footy socks. One up,
Oh,
one
yeah.
down means they've got a gun.
Does it?
It's a joke. No, it's a really funny joke. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Sorry, mate.
Landed well.
In my solitude, I guess I missed that one. Sorry, champion.
That's
Very
awesome.
I hope
Very nice.
I
So,
hope that's okay with you, Ed.
Dave,
It was
you
a
look like
pleasure
you're ready.
drawing it, mate.
That looks rad.
All
Your
right.
turn, Dave, if you're ready.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Loving the hair.
Oh. Nice.
Awesome, Dave.
Yeah, I
work,
was about
mate.
to say that. Line through the air.
Yeah, the cool detail. I like the little rips on the belly there.
No.
Probably my abs inspired the last time when I had to switch. So I'll take credit for that.
That's fucking awesome.
Thanks, mate.
Cool.
Thank you very much, fellas.
Okay, cool. Just a second. I'll just
Okay.
quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't
we'll go.
finished it. Oh, there you go.
Oh, that doesn't come up too bad on the screen. I was a bit worried that the screen didn't come up well on the camera.
What's the alien pointing at?
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm guessing that. Or has it got a probe in?
It looks like he's going for the finger probe.
It seems to be an alien, Alex. But I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't
That
really
would be
think
their
about where that
reaction,
hand ended up.
Is that why he's in pain? I understand now.
Yeah. Close up.
Zero. Such a big pervert.
Oh, there you go, very handsome. Okay. I think I'm the only one left out, or somebody else.
You're the only one left, Alex?
Okay, cool. It's not finished, but anyways.
That's okay. Whatever you could do in an hour.
Okay, cool. So here he is. Where is it?
Oh,
yeah.
awesome.
Oh,
there you go.
yeah.
There you go. So
That's awesome, Alex.
Wow.
I just had to add a bit of Euro trash to the
So
top,
good.
so it's a bit. So he's playing. He's playing what we call football, or what you guys call, I don't know, whatever.
Soccer.
Soccer.
Sport.
Soccer.
Yeah, I know. It's
Chance
soccer.
was up.
Okay, anyways, it's a.
That's awesome.
Great
I
drawing, Alex.
don't even know how
Well
to
done,
aim it properly at the camera. So there you go.
Oh,
Lovely.
nice.
Yellow. Yellow.
Oh.
Really good.
Lovely.
So I'm gonna add
yellow.
just adding
Yellows
shadows.
and inspired.
I didn't want to say anything.
It reminds me of a post Spanish Inquisition painting because it's
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Basically, after this, I'm traveling back in time, and I'm gonna make all those fuckers jealous. So look at this red and yellow.
Yeah, look at all this yellow I got. Talk of Marta will lock you up.
Yeah, see this iPad, you can't have it. And then I'll just go back in my DeLorean and get back to 2015.
That's awesome. Well done, guys. I'm really impressed. That's cool.
Thank you very much.
Cool, no worries. Very nice to meet you guys. Very glad to chat with you guys, and awesome.
Yeah, back
I hope to meet you guys in person at a convention or at a pub or the police. It's all good.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. Yeah. Hopefully we get a chance.
That's cool.
Cool.
Thank you, guys.
Well,
that was cool.
Thank you.
As I was going to say the F word, but look, to hell with it. It was as cool as fuck. Thanks very much. That was excellent. Love to meet you. So,
it's okay. This channel is ticked. This is not for children, so
okay.
We're sweet.
That's good.
That goes half my audience.
I'll sleep better tonight.
Thanks, Buck. Did you want me to play the outro music because I was in a band? So
yeah, come on, Rob.
Hell yeah, Rob, come on.
Yeah. Come on, Rob. You have a guitar in that room.
To.
I reckon you would.
Why did I say? I was actually just joking, but yeah. No, I think Ed was going to play the bongos on some of those globes behind him.
Rob, if you need a triangle player for your band, just say.
Yeah.
What is that, Ed, behind you? Is that the universe? You got all the planets there, have you, mate?
These are my wife's. She collected a bunch of globes.
Oh, they're all the atlas. They're all the world. They're not different planets. Oh, okay. I thought you might have the universe or something.
No,
the whole planetary system.
It's a collection of.
It's the multiverse.
Different types of globes. Yeah.
It's the multiverse.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
They'll be starring in the next Doctor Strange movie.
So you just randomly walk into like a variety store and like, oh, there's a globe, I'll grab that for her, you know, like, or is it a personal choice of hers to choose whatever globe she likes?
They're from antique stores and markets and stuff. So
they're nice.
Yeah.
She just
so you actually like right
at the top of the thing.
Mm.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Everyone's got their own thing, eh? That's cool.
Yeah.
How often do you have to explain it?
Because you haven't said much tonight. So like, you haven't said much tonight, mate. So I just wanted to bombard you with questions.
But normally on my live streams,
hell of a drawer, mate.
This much, so.
Yeah. Thanks. No, that's cool.
Well, I don't know how to end one of these. So
what's the next thing?
I thought Rob's gonna just play us out.
Next week, yeah, good point. Next week, I haven't got a thing made up for it yet, of course, because I don't know who's going to be there yet. But next week, the theme is Vivian Jones, Occult Detective.
Ooh, the giraffe.
Right on.
Giraffe. Yes.
He smokes a pipe. You're going to love it.
He smokes a pipe as well.
Right, okay.
You need to spend a week practicing drawing pipes.
It's always good to be challenged.
The main goal was to piss off Happy Harold. That was it.
Right.
I'm going to start drawing now.
So,
what, the giraffe or?
Rob should start now.
I mean, I technically have. The giraffe was going to be in the background of this picture. So
you have to come with something.
There we go. We got a nice comment there. Someone's watching.
Thanks, Taylor.
Right on, Taylor.
So there's
Good on you, mate.
Vivian's was going to be in the background. Does that count? If I haven't really started.
Oh, I can see it. Man.
Polish it up a bit, and we've got ourselves a cover.
Oh, not on camera. I wouldn't polish it on camera. That's disgusting.
That's already been marked not for kids, so you can go.
And I did watch back the bit where we were on live stream the other night, and we made a euphemism sort of thing, and then you just said penis. I did find that delightful.
There's that's me page front page of me noir story.
Oh, cool.
Oh wow!
Oh, it's really
Shane,
good.
can
Dave,
you-
you're killing it.
Make it full screen, Shane.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I haven't got quick enough reflexes there.
You're right, bud. Oh, it's
Oh,
beautiful.
that's awesome.
That's awesome, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks
Dave,
really
question,
good.
question to you, man. I like you were talking to Shane the other day about like Ben Sullivan doing old school stuff. Like, what's your like? I like your stuff, man. What's your paintbrush and greys? You like pencils? Like, what particular
Yeah.
pens do you like to ink, or what do you do, man?
Well,
Because
I
it's
usually
beautiful.
use often. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of my lines done with that.
So you're
gonna-
an Indian ink dude. Yep.
Bottle Indian ink, and a brush.
No.
Yeah, right.
I've got,
And you ink.
I've got
What
a
do you
few-
prefer to ink with? Like the
This one's. I don't know. I've only just recently started to put grey washes in.
Yep.
But of course, I just used me when I'm inking.
Yep.
I wash my brush or my nib every now and then just to stop it clogging up because Indian ink's very thick.
Yep.
And you've got to wash your nib every now and then.
Yep.
Wash the
I-
tip.
I tell my son the
clean
same
it.
thing.
Yeah, and then start again. And every now, when you wash your brush every now and then, of course, and your water, you got the water here gets pretty black, and that's
Yep.
what I use to do my greys.
Oh, cool.
So the grey wash is just the dirty water.
I've got a few of your comics, and I'm a huge fan.
Very cool, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I've got to go back. I'm going to put some more blacks.
I've got a
in
few
this. It's
of
going to be more dark, more noir.
Yep.
But they're most of my tools I use. I've also do my own lettering. Of course, I've got one of these Ames guides.
Terrifies me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, right.
Ames guides, and initially where are we? Here. I've got a blue lead in there, blue graphite, and I put, because I'll have trouble with my hands. I'm getting old, and I've got trouble with my hands, and I tend to grab the pencil for too long doing these sort of strokes, and they cramp up after a couple of hours or whatever. I hollowed out a champagne cork. And I stick me,
Fair dinkum, mate.
and that just gives a different angle for me to. Took me a little while to get used to it, like half an hour, but now I'm pretty natural to hold that now, and it doesn't. I don't get that pain in my
Wow.
hands.
That's really clever.
Yeah, so that's helped me. If
That's
anyone
what
has that
John-
sort of problem, just try that. Just drill it out with your drill,
Nice.
That is awesome, Dave.
and this nib here, that's a post office nib. That was my old dad's. He had a box of these in his. That was the first nib I ever drew with. That type of nib. That's the one I use for me lettering in that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That is some solid lettering.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Does that
That's
just
the master of
terrify
work.
everyone?
Does it what?
What's that?
The fact you can letter that clean just terrifies me.
That's good. The Ames guide. It
It's
does
more
the
cleaner
lines.
than the fonts I use.
Yeah.
Dave, that's
Legit.
outstanding, man. Thank you for that. That's awesome.
That looks
I love
great.
learning how other people do their thing, man. That's great.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah, I love to
Thanks, man.
hear what people do and how they do it and all that. It's we all got our different ways, and I vary it a lot, different times and stuff. Always experimenting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested to hear what how you blokes go about doing your work as well. What
I
do
just have
you
a
usually?
I use this iPad. It's got a push comics and button, and then comics are made, and I take credit and make all the fat cash.
You guys are getting fat cash?
I can't get real. It's a new blockchain cryptocurrency thing. I use
great.
it to mint
Thank
my
you.
NFT.
What are you using, Lee? When you ink?
I use basically I've changed over the years because I've been doing it so long. But at the moment, I've picked up these Faber-Castell manga black and white pens that come in varying. You get your extra smalls and your 0.1s and your 0.5s and all that. So I tend to find that with inking, I like that. I use a lot of paintbrush. I don't tend to use the paintbrush on the actual characters. I use it more in the background. I love grey wash. The grey wash, as you said, Dave, comes from the water that you dip your pen into as well. But this is going to sound probably horrible, but every now and then, because I like to smoke cigarettes, I can't find the ashtray, so I occasionally drop a cigarette into the water, and I can forget to change that water for a couple of days, mate. So it just develops with colour, and I think there's quite a bit of tobacco in the original drawings as well. So that's my secret.
Hey, no, it ain't a secret. I was looking at one of your pictures on Facebook the other day that you put up, and I thought, look at those brown stains in that. That's bloody. What's he done that with?
Dave,
there you go.
Tell anyone,
Oh, you've been caught out, Lee.
Man, I'm a bit rough around the edges, but you know what I mean. I tell you, but hey, I get the same satisfaction out of doing it, mate. So it's like I see a picture, and like, hey, I just think to myself, if I ever run out of tobacco, I've got like 200 pages of stuff that
It's very Jackson Pollock, mate. Jerry Jackson Pollock.
Well, yeah. Well,
Hey,
I love Jackson.
Have you guys tried playing around with digitally though? Have you guys tried playing around digitally? Is it like scary or not like it, or just the feeling is wrong, or?
I do most of my stuff digitally now.
Yeah,
you do. Yeah. No, I have done it. Yeah, I do it, and I do my touch-ups in it. Of course, it's easier in that once you scan your art, and then you've got to change something. Just do it in the Clip Studio Paint with a tablet.
Yeah. Because once the first iPad came out, because I always walked around with a sketchbook with me and always drawing, and the first iPad came out and there was like no stylus support, and I just was like, I was drawing with my fingers, and I was like, because like my sketchbooks were piling up, and I keep having to, because I can't just carry paper with me everywhere I go, so most of the times I have to throw them away and stuff like that. And then now it's just this thing's with me all the time, and I'm like, just even my finger, I'm fine. I'm just better just to, I can't go back to natural stuff. Like when I have to do events and do caricaturing, it's the only time I'll go to traditional media.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I'm just surprised. Like, I'm just always curious to see how other people, like, some people, like, start, because I don't know, for me, it was like, always was frustrating that I can't tell you how many times I've ruined carpets and stuff with spilling India ink or something. So I do like the things, like, first I was just getting fine liner tips, and then, when you read, magazines and you hear, professional inkers use India ink, ooh la la. So I got, like, try to teach myself with brushes and stuff like that, and then it was just, everything was just messy. It's still messy now, but at least there's no ink.
I reckon, mate, I don't think there's a right or wrong way, mate. I think as long as you're being creative and you find that comfortable realm that you're in, then, man, if it lights a fire under your bum, then, like, man, go for it, So for me personally, I mean, being isolated and being 43 and only having just in July in 2020 released my first comic, I'm sort of like filled of questions that this opportunity allows me to ask what, people brush sock, like what we've been speaking about, because I haven't had that option of being able to, go to my mate's place and say, mate, are you using a Faber-Castell, like XS, like, what do you think of the 250 gram paper, like, they'd look at you like, dickhead, like, just jump on the Xbox, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's what I'm appreciating about this, man. So I love hearing those sorts of stories, regardless of digital, pen and paper, traditional, whatever you want to call it. As long as the output is creative and it's your thing, hell, man, do it.
What do you use, Zach? Sorry, Ed.
That's right.
Those.
Oh yeah, uni
sorry.
pen. Yeah, I
find they don't bleed when markers hit them.
Yeah, yeah.
And I use
Right.
markers to
Yeah,
color
the Copic.
and then I do little touch-ups in Photoshop and big spaces like slides and stuff in Photoshop.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much all by hand.
Yep. Yeah. And, yeah. I have never used the Copics.
That's.
I don't use Copics. I use Graphic Pro Duo. I use Audi. Have a good mask they put out every now and a while. I use everything but Copics.
Oh, okay. I suppose I call Copic like a generic thing.
It's just an alcohol marker, really. It's all the same.
Yeah. Right. What do you have there, Ed? What were you showing up?
When I do black and white stuff, they could do these ones. So this is all hand lettered as well.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Well, I like the hand lettering. I reckon it's great.
Yeah, I use digital fonts for my superhero stuff, but I like to hand letter the black and white. But I use the Copic multi-liners, and the Pigma microns are really good.
Yeah.
They're a good pen, man. I've used them in the past. They're a good pen.
I find they draw nicer on the paper.
Yeah,
but the Copics are really good too. And they're like this one's a 0.005 or 0.05.
Oh, they go pretty small. Oh,
yeah, it's really small. They break really easy too. But but that's how I was getting the really fine lines on the pants and stuff.
The shade there, yeah.
Yeah.
Ed, when you were using those pens, man, did you find just pressing too hard was like screwing up the nibs, pushing the nibs into...
yeah, because I've got a pretty heavy hand, so they do wear out fairly quick.
Same.
That's why I've got a bit of brand. I used to use those. And before you know it, it's like they had made me look at it. I broke it.
Yeah.
So I heard it.
While you guys were all talking, I finished my drawing, so...
Oh, nice.
So there you guys go.
Oh, yeah. Hang on.
Well, I thought it was finished before, mate.
No, I just added a bit more tones and shadows and stuff.
Oh,
so.
Yeah, excellent.
Well done, Alex.
So that'll go on Instagram today because I'm blocked on TikTok.
That's a nice one, Sloppy. Well done.
Too much twerking.
No, I don't know. Like they used to have, basically on TikTok, that was like whatever. I just put drawings of animations of cats, and that did okay. And then I had this older animation where I just had an animated Japanese schoolgirl lighting up her fart on fire, and that got like a lot of Koreans somehow super like I don't know,
went viral.
into a debate. So I don't know why they were debating. So went viral, went a couple of 100,000 views. And then the other post went back to normal. And then every time I posted this girl fighting, it got a couple of 100,000 views. And I was like, all right. And so now I'm posting this all the time. And the first time I kind of got banned, and I told them, "Why you guys? What's the community guideline? It's just a girl fighting." And then it got they put it back on, but other people complained, but they stopped it. But I don't know what happened. They gave me a 1-week ban, and I wrote them. I was like, "Can you guys tell me what guideline I'm breaking so I don't do it again?" Because you guys said it's not the girl fighting, and that's all I'm posting. So I don't know. Couldn't post. So there you go. So, but I looked at my analytics. Most of them are like 8-year-old girls that follow my account.
Oh, okay.
Like 60%.
All right.
So
You keep
that's
an
my
eye on
demo.
you, mate.
So that's my demo. Don't touch it. It's don't want any competition.
Fair
Pete,
enough.
what were you using on your page,
Who?
Me?
Peter? Pete.
I went to Officeworks and bought one of these mechanical pencils. Liked it just because it's comfortable. Really nothing special about it. So I bought like 30 more. So I never run out.
I liked it so much I bought the company.
Yeah.
But hey,
It's just nice and
you
free.
do find a pen you like, eh? Even the feel in your fingers and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I've had that. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And the refills are really cheap and easy to get. So I've got heaps of leads and the erasers.
Yeah.
It just works out really
Nice.
well. I always start with this. Whatever I'm doing, that's where I start. And then I usually go
Yeah.
digital.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
cool.
Nice.
You scan it and then digital ink it.
Sometimes I just take a photo of it
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh,
just
yeah.
load it that way.
Yeah. You got to be careful. You got it nice and square, though, when you take your photo. You don't have any dramas with that. You're happy with it all turns out? Or you can do that okay?
If it's a really particular picture, I'll scan it in if I really need it to be accurate. But usually it's more of a
okay.
guide, like I sort of just rough it anyway.
Yep.
So if it doesn't go in
You have a
perfect, it's
scanner?
fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Peter, you actually have a scanner?
My sound is messing up. I'm not scanning.
No, do you have a scanner or do you go someplace? Because I haven't seen a scanner for sale for years.
This is
Like a scanner. So my
See,
question's
yeah,
not
maybe.
that. It's not that important.
I don't have
If we can't get this through, I'm okay without the answer. Like, I'll sleep.
You hear
Everything
us,
all right,
Pete?
Peter?
No.
No, sound's cutting out, I think.
Mm.
I don't know. I think it's just a bit convenient. I ask the tough questions.
I'm having some technical difficulties if you can hear me.
We
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Blink twice if there's someone pointing a gun at you off camera.
You can mine.
Oh, that's good.
And he's dropped out. Yeah.
Do they still sell? I
well.
haven't seen a scanner for sale for a long time.
Look, Alex, look
I've seen
behind.
scanners. They're behind.
See the next to the TV, the black box.
Oh, you got one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a scans
Oh,
at
okay.
A3.
Okay.
I've got
Oh,
a-
Yeah,
wow.
right. That's
Just say if I
it.
can
Is it
move
a
my
printer
camera,
as
I'll
well?
mine.
Is it a printer
Yeah.
as well? So you can,
And it can
oh,
print
okay.
on you can print the blue line onto like artboard as well because it's got the back feeding thing,
Oh,
so
okay.
you can ink onto
I
the.
need this in the nicest
blue lines.
possible way, Ed, and I truly do mean this in the nicest way. Fuck you.
Before. What did I do?
Why is that? Why do
That
you
was
say
nice,
that?
Ed. Ed, you better send
What
him
did you do?
roses.
What did you do to Zach?
What did I do?
Blue lines, like fuck.
You could get it printed out at Officeworks on. If you
Very
had
true.
Oh, yeah.
it only cost
Too
you-
much.
That's a hike, and then they're incompetent and they don't know how to do things.
Yeah. It's
Nice ad for Officeworks. Excellent.
it's good to have everything within reach of me desk. You know, I can scan, I can colour, I can draw everything just here. With, my scanner's over here, my computer's in front of me, the drawing board's on my lap. That's what I draw on.
Did you make that yourself?
No, I got this through the mail order. Actually, I signed up for one of those how to be an illustrator. Or back in the, do you remember the Post magazine, Australian Post?
Yes, I do.
Yep.
And there
On
was
the back of
picture
the-
as well.
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
Post
yeah,
at the back
yeah.
on that page used
Ooh,
to be.
Nelly,
right
do I
away.
remember them, Dave? I didn't see any drawing boards in there, though.
If you signed up to do the course, you got a drawing board.
I had a friend of mine actually won, you know, the home bloke thing they used to do in the back. And yeah, my mate
No.
actually won like the $250 home bloke or whatever it was called.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Super dong of the month he was. That was like 25 years ago, and he's got kids now, and it's we're not allowed to mention it at all. Like when
It's on camera during the live
Is it
stream.
in front of
I
the
haven't
kids?
said his name.
Is it in front of the kids you're not allowed to, or just in front of him? Like, so when he goes away, can you tell the kids?
But yeah, like I did a speech. I do a speech at all these like big, like I did one at his 20th, his 30th, his 40th, and every time I was like, oh, there's always that time where he won that, and then just look over and get the grimace. But those in the know, we have a laugh. Yeah.
You still got a copy of that issue, though?
No, I never got it. I never heard about it till after the fact. Yeah,
that's a shame.
Yeah,
You'd probably get one on eBay or something.
Yeah, he knew he would win because he's well endowed, and so he got the money and didn't tell anyone. But then his boss, who was cool with it, but his boss was a subscriber to the magazine and was just like, oh, I know that penis.
How close was that working relationship, Rob? I want to work there, mate.
That's right. Exactly. I'd be, it's sus on there.
Yeah. Can I have a raise? No, it looks like you've already got one, man.
Hey, did that come out in the job interview or a couple of weeks later?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
You got some balls showing up to work today, man.
No.
I mean, yeah, when he was fired, his boss gave him the shaft.
It hit. Don't worry.
Hey, Rob, you're
at the end of the crowd and groaning.
Discouraging.
Luckily, didn't get a severance package.
Yeah, I do have a bongo in the other room. If you give me a minute.
Cool. Maybe we'll wrap up.
Thanks for waiting for me to finish my drawing, by the way.
Not a problem, Alex. Not a problem. Well, thank you to
Alex, the champion, mate. Good on you.
Yeah. I'll go through the list here as you are on the screen. So thank you, Ed. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Rob. I won't thank myself. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Peter, who got kicked out. And thank you, Duncan, for trying to get on and not being able to because your iPad just refused to let you on.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah.
So thanks, Shane, for hosting.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Shane.
Thank you, Shane.
Thanks, man.
It was a great pleasure to meet all of you guys. I hope the absolute best comes from all of your endeavours. Good on you, because you're champions.
Thanks, mate, and back at you. And
Good on you, next week of drawing a giraffe in a trench coat.
All right.
Yes.
You can suffer too.
I look forward to those.
Cool.
See you, everyone.
See you guys later.
Thank you.
See fellas. Take it
Bye-bye.
easy.
Bye.
See ya. Well, that was fun. I forgot what was actually in all the way through. I only watched half of that. So, yeah, thanks for watching that. That was our first episode of Drink and Draw. So you can see how much the show has grown, how much the people in the show have grown, the format of the show has grown, and that all started this year. So, yeah, so that's a lot of growth in 1 year. The Drink and Draw show has become quite a bit of a thing in itself outside of ComX, although it is about ComX, of course. ComX Studios was what started it all. It's become its own thing. So now I just realized I have gone and ended this video and not told other people how to get in. So I will just quickly do that. Sorry about that. And yeah, so thank you to Rusty, Mass Projection. I think Dave Dye and Peter Lane said g'day, and Sloppy Tunes and Nick May, Dan May, Radis Bagus even said hello, and Prenavicious and Monsieur Bean, I think that's pronounced. Thanks for popping in and checking out the old replay. I had a lot of fun watching that. I hope you guys did it as well. So, I'll move that. How do I close that? Okay. So I haven't done everything on this before because I didn't know how to change that then. So yeah, so I hope everyone's having a good New Year's Eve. To those who are having a good old party, congratulations on being able to do that in these COVID times. I hope you have a great night. Hope you have a great New Year's celebration. Don't get too drunk or get too drunk, whatever you're into. Thank you. I'll put that up. I can actually put these up now. Absolutely my pleasure, Dan. Absolutely my pleasure. Thank you as a devoted fan to the show. I see you every week now, and you even send in pictures, which is awesome. I encourage that to everyone. I will actually put up a banner for everyone. That's the wrong address. Okay. So if I edit that and put in the right address. So we're not technically a drink and draw tonight. We're a AusComX show, New Year's Eve special. So people don't need to actually be drawing. But if you do wish to draw along to the show, because I think some of the people coming on will be drawing. Some of them might not be. I'm not sure. The Christmas special wasn't about drawing, and some of the people came on and they drew. So I don't know. So it's hard to tell. I will just save that. Just put that across the bottom. No one's on yet, but you can ask me questions. Thanks, Michelle. So am I. It's grown a lot, hasn't it? I don't know if you watched any of that old one, the original episode, but it's definitely changed a lot. There was a lot of talk of pens used in that one. I forgot that happened, that the show was extended so long to talk about pens. So that was pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm a little disorganized because I got into watching that instead of organizing people to come in and join me for this part of the show. So, to those watching who can send in a comment, what have you liked about what ComX has done this year so far? What should we do more of is probably the better term. Thanks, Gary. Now, I know there's a delay between this and getting out to people, so because I'm quite surprised actually sometimes when I walk to the next room, the difference between my computer and that computer. And yeah, so pretty much the original idea for this show was a little, now that I think about it, was a little self-indulgent, a little gross even, but it was about getting people together to talk about what it is that they enjoyed about ComX this year, even if what they didn't enjoy, if there was something that we could improve on. Oh, that's awesome, Dan. Yes, got you back into drawing. I wish it'd done the same for me, but I have less time now that I do this. So, yeah, I forced myself to draw for the Wednesday show now. Hopefully that will turn into me doing more drawing as well. I feel that I feel your pain on the not drawing as often as you'd like. And yes, it's also good to see your bro. Yeah, I must admit I enjoy seeing your bro as well. So yeah. So this was a bit of a self-indulgent little thing here where I wanted to hear about what people, how ComX had affected them this year, because I mean ComX has been around since I can give you the exact date. I started the website on the 23rd of the 9th, 2019. And then in Boxing Day that 2019, I renamed the site to ComX. It was called ComXscape before that, and then I found out there was something else called ComXscape, so I changed it. You've probably heard this story 1,000 times, so I'm sorry if I'm boring anyone. And then 2020, we did a lot of things. We connected with a lot of people. The inspiration to do the calendar came about, but then the calendar actually becoming a reality and actually doing it was the 2021 thing. And that led to ComX Studio, which led to ComX Shop. So this year has been amazing for everything I've been doing with ComX, which just started off as a directory for ComX shops. That's all it started as, and now it's turned into this. And this year has been wow. I was involved in publishing 4 comics. Presents issue 1, presents issue 2, presents NOIR issue 1, presents NOIR issue 2. We're organizing 3 at the moment, doing a Kickstarter for it in the first month of next year. And yeah, so this has been an amazing year for me, and I just wanted to hear if that's been the same for everyone else. I guess a little self-indulgent, I guess, but yeah, I mean, who knows where this show will actually go, but that's just where it started. That was the idea for it. So yeah. So we've got some people here, so I will just drag in poor old Duncan. Hey Duncan.
Howdy, howdy.
I'll put it to this screen here so it's not so full on until there's more of us. So how are you this afternoon? You just had a birthday party by the looks of behind you?
I did. My son's 11-year-old birthday.
Oh,
11th
nice.
birthday. Yeah. Exciting big week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another birthday in another 15 days. That's what I get for producing children so close to each other.
Oh, that's makes you broke the same time of year every year. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You spend the entire year saving up right until the end. Then they take it all.
Take it all.
Exactly.
So this is the self-indulgent part. What not necessarily this year, maybe over the last 2 years, what has ComX provided for you personally?
Pretty much everything's all happened this year, I think, and it's pretty much been everything. Like
yeah,
I've gone from
really.
Yeah, I mean, in 2020, end of 2019 to 2020, I was pretty much just trying to I was just gingerly putting together comics and seeing what I can do and putting things up on Comixology and not really knowing where to go and what to do with it. And yeah, it wasn't until the beginning of this year, you pretty much facilitated making actual real comics for me. So
oh, sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty much that's been it. This has been the whole beginning of my journey, I guess, into doing this has been through you. You facilitated the entire thing. So thank you for that, Shane.
My pleasure. That's pretty much. I mean, it's not what I started this for. I'd be lying if I said that's what I started ComX for. I started ComX just to, I started as ComXscape, just so there's no confusion, to be a directory for websites. And during that time, I found out about the indie scene. And I wanted to have more to do with this. And then when I realized, hang on, I've been collecting comics since the late 80s, and I'd never heard of the Australian indie scene. I'm sure there's more people like me, so I decided to start promoting you guys, and then it just kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah, I had no idea. I didn't know there was an entire community. I didn't know anyone else in Australia doing comics or making comics. I had no clue about anything. Again, through ComX, it's pretty much just opened the door to all this stuff. And NOIR Presents NOIR 1 was the first comic I've actually had produced. So it was my first produced work.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's been a long journey. It's actually, I think it was January 2020 that I first put the prototype version of Bin Kitty on Comixology, and in January 2022, it's going to be an actual proper book.
Woohoo!
Pretty cool.
Happy New Year, Lee. Well, I think you're jumping on soon anyway. But did you see any of the flashback episode? I think actually you
I watched the
commented,
whole,
so you had to.
yeah, I watched the whole
You
thing.
saw some of it. The whole
'Cause
thing.
I've never
It's
seen it.
it's
Yeah,
kind
I've
of
never
funny.
seen it before. I skipped the start because I didn't want to see myself falling like out of the fucking string. But yeah, I watched the rest. When I disappeared for the last time, I watched the rest of it. And I was supposed to be there.
Yes, you were a black screen each time you came up. I think we didn't even get to see your face.
This thing just kept resetting. Resetting on me.
Oh well, I think we sorted it out by the second one.
Yeah, I did. I got it all figured out. It's been smooth ever since.
There's a comment
Oh,
for you
thanks,
if you can see
Dan.
it. I don't know if you can see.
I can. It's up on the screen. Thank you very much, Dan. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I will agree. Your art is amazing. You have a special treat for us next year. I'm looking forward to that. A cover of one of our specials. So yes.
Oh yeah, I got a lot going on.
Yes. So I think Lee's ready. So I might bring him in. Give us a thumbs up if you're ready, Lee. Okay, cool. You look like you're getting ready. That's all.
Hello.
Hey, Lee.
There you go.
And Morgan, bring yourself in whenever you're ready. Hey, Lee. So
Firecrackers have started here early, mate.
Oh,
so
already.
They're doing it here as well. They're going right now here.
Hey, Morgan.
Too keen.
Guys.
Hey, Morgan.
How are you, dude?
Good. Hello, Duncan, too, mate. Sorry.
Howdy, Lee.
G'day, mate. All right.
So this has been a big a big year for you, Lee, as well. You've hammered out a lot of work this year, and yeah, and you were so this is the part where I get to be self-indulgent again. I'm going to use that word a lot tonight, I think. So how has ComX influenced, helped, not helped you personally in this last year?
Helped me heaps, man. Like it's helped everyone in the community, you know. Like,
oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Get in there.
They're keen.
That must be close.
I think they're 2 yards over, man. So
Lee's actually in downtown Detroit right now.
no, man. I moved the granny flat to downtown Detroit. Yeah, man. I thought I'd try that quiet living out for a bit, but you know, it's much. Turns out it's exactly like Townsville. Can't believe it. Yeah. But no, ComX has been awesome, mate, for everyone involved, not just myself. It's allowed me to meet other people, get out of my just doing my own thing, not really knowing, being able to have talk to people for advice and touch base, and then find yourself chatting often, working, enjoying each other's company on the drink and draws and all the other occasions that we have, and that's been good for me. Just to get out of that little hole, I guess, and come out and meet some other people. So that's the most positive thing for me.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I've enjoyed everyone. You can tell because I actually set the fireworks off earlier, just so like the grand entrance. But
nice.
Yeah, I'm a thinker, mate. Good on you,
You too, Tony. Have a great new year.
Yes.
Sorry, I forget that I haven't got other hosts to do stuff for me like with the normal what do you call it, drink and draw. Although this is not a drink and draw. This is the AusComX show on New Year's Eve. It's got the logo up in the top corner there, up there, over there, wherever. Oh, and we got Rob.
Hey, Rob.
Well, probably
Yeah. G'day, mates. What's crack-a-lackin'?
He's in his singlet. He's out the back. He'll be here.
Local weed
by the looks
dealers
of
showed
it.
up.
Aussies.
Yeah, I'm at the beach. I'm at my palatial estate. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, right.
Oh, nice.
What's Muzzy? What's cracking? Son of a!
This
This is
was
going to be a thing.
I was going to say that's going to be bad.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What's
pretty much
cracking?
all this
Talk to me.
was me to say g'day to everyone for the new year. Celebrate the year that's just been, because it's been a great year for ComX. Just so much has happened, stuff I'd never dreamed I would have been doing. I'm now part of a publishing house and a comic shop. So I just thought I'd invite everyone else to come on and tell everyone how great I am. So yeah, so nice self-indulgent episode of AusComX show.
Are you going to use that word a lot tonight?
Yes, I am.
Already has.
I already have.
Oh.
I've used it quite a lot.
I think we're up to 5 uses so far.
Oh, I think we're beyond 5.
We need.
Although I was
to
using it a lot before I started the camera. I was using it a lot before. I was practicing
That
self-indulgent.
doesn't count. It doesn't count if it's not live.
Yes, it does.
How are you,
Oh,
Lee?
and
Good, Rob. How are you?
I'm good, mate.
That's good.
Saw some artwork you sent me.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a
Excuse me.
good one. It's a fun one. Yes. Old mate hasn't seen any of it yet, though. Poor band.
Speaking of projects.
Yes.
G'day all.
Dave. Hello, David.
Hey, Dave. I'm Zach. Hello.
Hey,
There you
all
go.
going well.
Hello, David.
G'day.
oh, someone's got theirs playing in the background.
That's probably me. Hang on.
It'll be on one of your tabs.
That's me, I think. I think it's me.
Yeah, it's stopped now.
There we go.
Someone just
Because I'm
muted
Yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't find the link, and I was going to it kept sending me to the YouTube channel, and
Oh yeah.
I had a look on Discord and I couldn't see it. And anyway, here I am.
So, anyone got big plans for tonight? Cheers.
You're
Good New Year.
looking at it, mate.
Sitting at the beach. I'm sitting at my computer, doing it live. Woo! Ringing the
I've
new
been
year in my
drawing all
lounge room.
Yeah.
Sorry, my internet's really bad, so I'm.
Where are you at, Rob? You at the beach, you said?
Yeah, I'm at Rosebud.
Oh,
my
yeah.
in-laws' house.
Excellent, mate. Going for a
Here you
big
go,
old
Rob.
swim? Going
Hey,
skinny dipping?
Nice.
Lovely, Zach.
just
Good
out
weather to
here
go for a swim,
smashing
Rob.
mineral waters. Sorry, Dave. What?
Good weather to go for a swim down the beach.
Yeah, just I logged on at 8 o'clock my time. Found out it was at 9 o'clock, so we just ran down to the beach, threw the kids in,
Oh, yeah.
fought a dolphin,
used-
and came back.
I used to love swimming at night. Oh, fantastic. Love it. You'll agree with me or disagree?
I think I
I hear
agree
the
with you.
sharks
I
love it as well.
just-
Didn't you hear what I said? Swimming at night's bloody great.
We're not as excited about it as you are, Dave.
Obviously.
I wouldn't even put my foot in the ocean up this way, mate. Likely to get taken off by something.
When I was a young fella, we used to go. We lived there out in the country. We went to Sydney, Manly. My grandparents lived at Manly, and they were only spitting distance from the quay. You know where they had the marine. You know where you look at fish and stuff, aquarium.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there's a shark-proof fence there.
Mm.
You know that? And you could go swimming at night. Beautiful. Oh, great. Yeah, really good. And I remember swimming down the local swimming hole when I was at NOIR in the night. That was bloody great. Just beautiful. Different ambiance. You know that word? That's French. Ambiance.
Is it?
I don't know what it means.
Is it pants
sounds like a
optional, or
fish.
are we talking like you know budgie smugglers, or what are we talking?
Oh, I would have been wearing fuzzies. It wouldn't have been skinny dipping. Although when I was camping, sometimes when we went camping, you just jumped in with whatever. Yeah, it might have been a bit of skinny dipping.
There you go. Very French.
Commando, is it? No. Yeah, try it sometime. I advise. I highly recommend it.
Oh, when I was
There you
young,
go.
we used to swim in the dam at night, but yeah,
Yep.
you'd never catch me in a river or the ocean at night.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, you got to know your swimming holes. You know, you don't go in some random hole that might be full of snags or anything like that. Those
Where's the
sensitive
good
new
part?
age guys, you got to watch them.
Yes, deadly in
How's
the
that?
darkest waters.
Rob's got a bad connection. He can't hear anything.
Spencer's in there twice.
One's enough. Come on. Can we handle two Spencies? Is that
There we
better?
go.
Wait, can I hear you now?
We can hear you.
I can hear you now, yeah. No, can you hear us though?
I'm working on it.
You go into the toilet or something. Please don't go to the dirty water.
Please don't go to
That's
the
a
toilet.
live
Please don't go to the
stream.
toilet.
Some
Can you hear
of
us now?
Nah.
Some of you people might have swimming pools.
Just.
Do
Oh, there we go.
We got a swimming pool behind us, not here, but I can hear the kids even now.
you? Yeah. See,
My
they know
kids.
swimming at night's good.
Oh, you're...
Not your kids, the kids next door.
Apologies.
Yeah, I haven't got a swimming pool, but if you did, you'd be out there swimming at night. It's bloody great, mate.
Oh yeah.
Or during a thunderstorm. During rain, that's good too. Now, you've all done that.
Oh yeah, swimming pools, definitely.
Yeah, at night time. Yeah. I mean,
Many a
in
party
the
in
rain.
swimming pools.
In the
Extremely
rain, you know, rain time. When it's
blasted.
raining.
And I shouldn't
It's
be
going to
in the
be
water.
41 here tomorrow.
Oh, screw that.
Yeah, gross.
41.
Mm.
That's more
Lauren
gross than
had-
my self-indulgence.
Lauren had that the other day for
Oh.
Christmas Day.
Ouch.
She had that for Christmas Day.
Yeah,
Probably
cons
Boxing
would have been
Day.
cranking.
Yeah.
We were pretty good up here, actually. It wasn't too over the top, I don't think, luckily enough.
Oh, that's good, mate. Yeah.
Usually it's absolutely boiling here
Yeah.
at Christmas.
No cyclones on the horizon.
No, because there's been heaps of tropical rain, man. So
All
I
right.
think we're due 300 mil in like 2 days up here over the next 2 or 3
Yeah,
days.
right.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
100 mil.
2 months worth of rainfall in 3 days or something. So
That's a foot.
yeah.
300
So
mil.
that's cleaning gutters and fucking digging out holes and for drains and shit, man. Getting ready so
That's
nothing
fun.
floods and that.
So what did Santa bring you? Drawing kit? New
I have
pencils?
been. I must be naughty this year. Not too naughty. I didn't get any coal. I just got in between. I got nothing. No. To be honest, my sister. I don't know if you guys can see it up the top there. My sister gave me a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle van.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'll just tip this so you can see it.
Is
a
that
bit
that little
better.
pink thing? Oh, the van at the top.
The
Yellow.
van?
Is that the original retro one that got re-released?
I think so. Yeah.
That's cool.
Hmm.
So that was a nice surprise because I just went
Yeah.
to breakfast with my father and he
Get
went, "Oh,
bitten
here's a
like a
present your sister
motherfucker."
gave you."
Oh, that was good, mate. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yes.
Merry Christmas. That's my present for her.
You had something for her? That's good.
No, I didn't. I had the word Merry Christmas.
Pass that on, please. Gift wrap it.
Follow me in. I was
Oh,
getting bitten,
Mozzies.
guys.
Oh,
They're,
mate.
they followed me into the room.
You need one of them zappers, mate.
was going to say, it would have been
Sounds good,
shocking
man.
out there.
Yeah. I thought this would be cool, nice beachy weather. No.
Bang.
Trying to
So,
lie on yourself.
Sizzle.
Wonder what will happen.
Sizzle, self-indulge yourself, mate. What are we doing?
Well,
Tell us.
I can talk
What's
about
coming up in the new one?
what's coming up in the new year. I've actually written a list so I don't forget anything this time. It's actually quite the list. So 2022 is going to be huge for me personally, not just for ComX. I've started a marketing degree so I can better serve my clients.
Wow.
I've restarted my it's not just my company, Sparta Digital. We've relaunched that and we're going to start looking for clients again, which will help sponsor ComX because it does cost a bit. And going to kick some ass with my main client. And then there's all the stuff for ComX, which is huge. We've got the Kickstarter for Presents 3 and Presents NOIR 3 in January, probably about mid next month. That'll start. Issue 4 will be in March. The horror special, we're hoping will be due around May. Issue 5 will be about June. All age special, we're hoping we'll have that by June. And the issue 6 will be September. And then in November, we're looking to get all the entries for the queer special. And then in December is when issue 7 is due. Issue 7s for NOIR and Presents.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're prepping for the suspense or crime special. We haven't really given it a name yet. That will be early 2023. That's just the ComX comic
Sweet
anthologies. Then we've got, at the very least, we'll be releasing some Bronwyn comics, some Bronwyn the Further Adventures, Bronwyn and Wrath of the Curse crossover, Bin Kitty, Battle for Bustle, Foes, Final Dragon, Sidrus, and hopefully many more. So Sidrus will be getting his own comic next year.
Hopefully, and more.
And more. Yeah, the and more sounds like a really interesting title, that one. But I can't tell you too much about it at the moment. It's a bit of a hush-hush. But yeah.
All right. See how it develops. So when's yours ready, Duncan? Bin Kitty.
January 27th.
Oh, it'll be the first cab off the rank then, sis?
Yep.
No, actually, Battle for Bustle will be.
All right.
We're just not doing a Kickstarter for Battle for Bustle, so he'll be out first. And then the Kickstarter for Ben Kitty is late January.
Right.
So we'll be releasing Ben Kitty probably late February. So yeah.
Right. Excellent.
And the other, I guess there's one more thing that I forgot to mention. We're looking to do the calendar again, but this time just 12 months.
Ooh.
Yeah. That has been spoken about with a few people, so we're like, what the hell? We'll do it again. This time it'll be a 12-month calendar, though. So.
And what do you think? Will you get 12 new people?
12 new people. I want to give 12 new people a go at it. Yeah.
Will you get 12 new people, or?
Yeah, 12 new ones.
Oh, did you not hear me? Sorry.
12 newies, mate.
Yeah, wicked.
And
so all new people, and we're going to try to do that every year. 12 new people every year.
Is it going to be January to December, or is it going to be June to July, or July?
No,
to
January
June?
January to December, a normal year. We're going to try to get entries in by mid next year, so that we can do a 2023 calendar.
Yep. Well, you've only got to do one picture, so it's not like doing a comic. You know, you knock it up in a week.
I know not everyone's as efficient as you, Deadly Dave.
Oh well, they can try.
So that's the plans for ComX next year. So, I mean, I thought this year was huge. If all that happens, which I'm fingers crossed we can do it all, next year's going to be massive.
Yeah. Good, mate. How's the shop going? You selling a few things?
Sweet.
Or do you have to move a bit over for Christmas?
still been open. Nothing's moved the last couple of days. But I mean, I haven't been promoting it as much as I say, and I keep saying that, which makes me feel really bad because. But I did run some ads just to see if we got some traction. Get people who wouldn't normally know about ComX to know about ComX.
Yeah.
We got no sales from them, but we got a couple of hundred people saw the site at least. So
yeah. I noticed there was a comment. I was watching the YouTube channel that led up to this live thing, and you had the original first.
The first drink and draw.
Yeah, first drink and draw. And I noticed there was a girl. I think it was a girl mentioned that she now, thanks to drink and draw, was aware of the local Aussie indie. What do you call it? Community. And wants to get involved at some future date. So that's good, mate. So there, you're drawing some more participants, etc.
Oh yeah, that sounds like Michelle actually. Yeah,
might have been Michelle. Yeah.
Yeah, she sends pictures in every Friday. So
all right.
So she's pretty involved already. She just has
she
been on the show.
Seashells by the seashore.
Yeah. Apparently I can't say that.
Reggie, I thought he was going to say seashell for the seashore.
I was trying to, but it wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen.
And then this name's Michelle. Michelle sells seashells for the shellshore.
I got to see Michelle a few days ago. Her and Dan came down to visit.
Oh,
right. Awesome.
Oh, right. So that's Dan's wife. Dan mate.
Partner.
Right. Excellent. Oh, right. So, yeah, I was trying to think. Who's the lady that's been sending in drawings and saying that? The Twigs. That's good. Well, we'll get her on. Get Dan on
she
too.
said eventually she will. So that's pretty cool.
Get Dan and Phil and Michelle on the same night.
So it's now 25 minutes past my bedtime because I'm weak and get up at 7. So I might, but before I go though, I might do I'll do the shameless plug for ComX, Sids, because you haven't asked me yet. So I'll do the what has ComX done for you, Morgan, and such and such and so forth. I'll do that before I go. So obviously as a writer and not an artist, I haven't I don't do the art so much, but also you to get started, you got to find an artist, you got to write a script, find an artist, get started, all that sort of stuff. And if you don't know anything, you don't know anything. And that's exactly how I started, contacting artists, getting things going. No idea. Yes, the eye rolls, Rob. So true, so true. Making all the mistakes, trying to learn everything I can. But I made the cardinal error of not starting with locals at all, and not even having an idea that there was an indie scene in Australia. Not trying to find anyone, because there's a bit of that fear involved when you first start out, and it's a bit like Rob, you'll get it. It's like walking into a music shop to buy a guitar or something. Every single guitar shop or music shop you walk in and you immediately feel like I'm an outsider. These guys, they're all looking at me like I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know how to play guitar and I'm useless, and you feel really.
They're all playing Stairway to Heaven.
That's it. They're all going, Stairway to Heaven, and you're looking at you like you're just the lowest piece of dirt. And there's that fear that it's going to be the same thing in a new industry that you're trying to break into. So I suppose there's that resistance to kind of getting to know people. And I obviously had that initially when I first started with this sort of stuff. So one of the great things about Shane and getting to know, ComX and all you guys and just the community and everything is just how different it is in the comics industry and how willing people are to share, their work and share things that they've learned and all that sort of stuff. And even just asking questions about just stuff that you don't know and that you've never done it before, or there's, whatever it might be. Just people are so willing to share what they've got and what they've been through, and everything's so supportive and all the rest of it. So that's been a real eye-opener for me, is just this community, because I've been doing writing for a long time, and the broader writing community and novels and that sort of thing, that's also, you know, friendly and all the rest of that, but it's also quite disparate and all over the place, and there's not that sense of cohesion. Whereas, I mean, I think I came in probably a year after you'd really started ComX, but it just felt like you just slide right in and everyone's very friendly and welcoming, and there's a community already going. So really, really invaluable for a comic creator, particularly from the writer side, you know, working with other artists and writers and, you know, all that sort of stuff. So it's been really, really great for me, and just great to connect with a bunch of people and realize that the industry is so much bigger than what I thought. And also, I don't have a history in comic books. When I was a kid, I didn't read comic books. That's only later in life that I've gotten into them. So just knowing, my God, there's like 50 years of Aussie comics that I don't even know about, that you guys are referencing all this stuff, and I have to quickly get on the web and what's this, you know, what's the squadron thing that everyone's talking about, and what's Torn, what, you know, there's all of these things. So it's also been really, really cool to discover all this stuff that I didn't even know existed. Anyway, yeah, so big thanks from me, obviously, for everything that you're doing, Shane, and the rest of you guys, and the community and everything. It's just been fantastic, and super looking forward to 2022. Lots of cool stuff.
Hell yeah.
Gonna happen next year.
Where are you, Morgan? What city? What town you in?
I'm in Brisbane. I'm just near Sizzle.
Just near me.
In that direction.
All
sort
right.
of.
Yeah, try and get to one of the conventions, or a couple of them if you can, either the one dayers or the Comic Con or the Supernova, and meet a few people face to face and all that sort of stuff. That really sparks you on too, mate.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. That's the plan for next year. Yes, to get stuck into that side of things as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun too. You know, talking to the people who are reading your comics, selling comics to your audience. That's a lot of fun. And then the next time you go, people will come back and say, "Oh, I want to see what your next one is." And that's even better.
Yeah.
And people come back after reading your first one and go, "Oh, I like that one. I want to get what's next." You love it.
That's what it's all about. Eh?
Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks, Morgan. I'd like to thank you for the awesome videos that you've made for us as well here at ComX. That has been amazing, and for also helping me out on the ComX show, the AusComX show, which I keep getting wrong every time I say it. And I made up the name, and I can't even get it right. And yes, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to a year ahead of us really hammering out that show, and really getting to know a lot more people in the industry, and letting everyone else there get to know those people as well. So that'll be really cool, man. I'm looking forward to that.
Sweet. Yeah, it's a pleasure, dude. It's a pleasure, and having a ball. Lots of fun. Cool. See you guys.
Yeah, Morgan.
I'll let you go out on one of your videos.
Hey.
Thank
you very much.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Catch you, Morgan.
See you next year.
Are you feeling a little down? Tired of reading the same old books again and again? Looking for something different? Why not head over to the ComX shop now and pick yourself up some freshly inked inspiration?
Bit of fun there.
Hey, Nick.
Hey.
Nick.
Quite a graceful entrance, if I do say so.
Hey, Rob's back. Duncan's gone.
I'm just going to say, hey, and I love you. My internet sucks, so I'm going to roll. But
that's cool. Thanks, Rob, for popping in.
Year's.
Happy New Year's. Looking forward to another year of chilling out with you at Drinking Draws.
Yeah, I'll see you Friday, Lana Luca. Let's get cracking.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. When's that? Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Oh,
next Friday.
Yeah.
Next Friday, Dave. Yeah.
See you,
all right. Happy New Year, Rob.
Yeah. All right.
Catch you, Rob.
Nice and
Peace
frozen.
Out.
There he is.
Toodaloo. Frozen.
He's staying in whether he wants it or not.
Wow.
How's things been going in South Oz? Quick?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty hot today. It's probably feels really hot today. So we're all housebound. No one's really getting out. Yeah. Lauren's in the wings too.
Nice
Yeah, I just
picture
saw that.
of Rob there. Look at him looking very.
Oh, I thought we were going to have a frozen Rob for a while there.
Yeah.
Hello.
G'day, Lauren.
Lady Ratas.
How's it going?
Hello. How are we?
Good.
Good.
You survived Christmas okay?
Hey?
You survived Christmas Day all right?
I did, yeah. 42 degrees Christmas Day. It was a little bit spicy, but
42, yeah.
it was good. Yeah, it was really nice, yeah.
We got 41 tomorrow, 39 today.
Pass.
So
Good
you're
times.
getting the weather you had.
Yeah, not a big fan.
Quick was just saying it was hot in Adelaide today. It was hot here. Right.
Excuse me
So
while
what
I
are you working
download
on?
some things. Sorry, people.
Yeah. What are you working on, Zach?
I'm working on my Presents cover. For
Oh,
issue
that's
3.
what you held up before. That's looking really good. All right. Foes.
So, Shaloni.
Oh, yeah.
Foes. And
Final
Ed's
Dragon.
2.
Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, looking great. Who's it?
So, I've got it so Shaloni's the only one that notices that Vivian's not there.
I
And
was
the
gonna
demon's
say-
just like, pointy spear. Yay.
I was going to say, where's Vivian? And
I
Bronwyn's
put
kicked her
Bronwyn
out.
in this one.
Yeah. Kick
Having a
Vivian
break,
out of the
eh?
picture.
Having a break.
No, it's coming
Sorry,
along well.
guys.
mate.
I'm just going to... there we go.
Is everyone on holidays, or are people still working?
Holidays.
That's good.
No holidays here.
No holidays for Sis?
No holidays for Sis. I'm working after this.
I've got 2 commissions I have to finish.
All right.
I'm still working away.
You got deadlines on those?
One I have to have for Monday.
Okay. Big one?
It's just a head sketch of someone.
Okay.
It's
Just
just
pencil,
that
or
the
they want
likeness
colour?
takes me a while.
Yeah.
Oh, it's with ComX, but it's the likeness that takes
Yeah.
a while.
I find sometimes when I do, well, mostly I do caricatures nowadays, but even when I was doing portraits, when I do the pencil drawing, they don't quite have what I want. But once you start putting the colour and tone, and you start putting the things that haven't got a hard line, because when you're doing the hard line, because you've got to be careful not to put too many of it in there. But once you start modelling, modelling the shadow under the eyes or side of the face, and that's when the likeness will really start to be where you want.
Yeah, I tend to get the likeness down once I start colouring.
Yeah. Yep. You might be a bit worried that it's not there, but it probably is. It's just got to get that, that colour in there in the right spots.
You can kind of correct, like, if you drew the nose a bit wrong, you can kind of correct it with the colouring a little bit.
Do you put a black line around, or you just leave it pencil and whatever?
I do my pencil and I rub it so there's like a faint outline. Then I start colouring with the I do the grey tones to do all the structure in the face.
Yep.
Then I'll ink it, and then I'll put the colour over the top.
Oh, so you still are inking a black line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like the lines in the face and stuff, I'll outline. But
Yeah. Well, I do that for caricatures, but portraits, I'm not too sure whether I do that or not. But it depends on your style and what you do. Be interested to see what you take a photo, mate, and show us.
Will do.
You got any examples there of your portraits? It's a portrait, is it?
Yeah, but it's in the other room. I'll send you a photo once I'm done. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I used to want to be a fine artist. Paint
You are a
portraits.
fine artist, Dave.
You're a very fine artist, Dave. You're more than fine.
I used to want to be a landscape painter or a portrait painter and all that sort of stuff, figure painting. So I did a lot of oil and studied a lot of that stuff for years.
That's what I learned at TAFE. Then I did some more of it at uni, but it was predominantly graphic design at uni. So
yeah,
I can go between the two.
Yeah.
Which is helpful.
Yeah, I think it helps my drawing a lot, having that. It's years of trying to get likenesses and all that sort of thing. I think it helps a lot. Figure drawing, landscape drawing. Yeah, it's helped a lot. Enjoyed it. I used to enjoy it. Did a watercolor for me wife the other day.
Oh,
yeah, mate.
I can't do watercolors. My head can't wrap.
I don't know how. I love that watercolor of the three of us. That's awesome,
Oh,
Dave. Dave is Superman. Not Dave, sorry. Zach is Superman. He loves it. He loves it. Oh, I'm just stirring. Lauren.
Yeah.
I wanted to I invited you specially, not to target you or anything. But when I first started all this, you were one of the most supportive people for what I was doing than anyone else. I don't know if you realize that, but when I had those days like, why am I doing this? It was your support that kept me going. So I wanted to bring you on to say thank you for that. So yeah, I've always been really appreciative of that. You were like there from day dot when I was like nothing. You just liked what I was trying to do before I was even doing it, and that was awesome.
I saw a spark in you, Shane.
Good on you, Lauren.
So I just wanted to say thanks for that, because I wouldn't be where I am now if I hadn't have had that support from you, because that got me through why am I doing this times. So that was pretty cool. To know someone was supporting me from right at day dot.
No, you got to give yourself a big pat on the back. Like, it's a huge achievement what ComX has actually produced over the past 12 months. And considering it was just sort of like a directory that you were kind of going for, I think the collaboration between all the people that you made the connections with has sort of manifested this huge like world almost, and avenues for people to connect a little bit more, especially during COVID times.
Yes.
But yeah, like, there's a reason that people want to support you, and there's a reason that I definitely saw that there was something worthwhile in what you were doing. So kudos to you, dude. Like, you absolutely smashed it, and should be very proud where you are.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's right. Well said.
Well, speaking of hammering things out and so forth, you've got a Kickstarter coming up very, very soon. How far away are we looking?
I'm still on target for the 4th to be released.
That's right.
So,
I remember you telling me that.
Yep, everything's sort of ready to go. I'm looking at the Kickstarter now and just sort of like double checking everything, and just waiting for sample pages to come back, and I can letter them, and it's pretty much good to go. So unless they get delayed a little bit, then I think we'll still be on track for Tuesday, and then it'll be all full steam ahead, which will be exciting.
That'd be awesome. So that video you sent, is that ready to go? Can I play that?
You can play that if you want. Yeah, for sure.
I will play that then. Awesome.
What's this, an ad, is it?
Your choices lie with me. It's an illusion of choice. Of course it is. You're smart enough to know that I am the only path in the end. For everyone.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That figure is amazing.
Yeah, I was going to say
came out
that.
so good. The
Yeah,
well,
didn't it?
we turned, because we've got the little resin printer at home. That was one of the test prints that we did, and we expensive. We turned, because you can set the how thick each layer it is, because basically with a resin printer it dips it and cures it. And we set it like right down to, I think it was 0.01 mil. It comes out really good, and yeah, looking forward to getting those out. Which would be cool.
You could see even like she is reaching, she reaching for the gun, or what is it? You can just see the gaps between her fingers as she's reaching into a pocket or something. What's the right hand doing?
Just a little bit of a
fine
movement.
detail.
It's an old design that I did, like one of the original designs I did for Lana for the previous Kickstarter. So that was a good 2.5 years ago. But I thought that might be cool. It's like a little homage to that. And he did a really good job. He smashed it.
Very detailed. Yeah, amazing. Fantastic. So that's probably about as big as you can print, is it?
That's the biggest, yeah. So I think
what's it about,
sitting at 200 mil about.
How many?
But I think we're going to do about 110 mil just for shipping purposes. But I will have like a reward if anybody's got a 3D printer at home. It can be used on any sort as long as you've got the program to get it going. And that could be a back reward, and you can just print it off at home to save on postage and stuff. So
that's cool.
A little bonus. Yeah.
Sorry.
4.5 inches.
Disappeared.
That's great.
I had to convert it to inches. Dave. Showing your age, buddy.
Hey guys, I'm going to rock and roll. I hope you have a wonderful new year. It's been a great pleasure seeing you and meeting you over the last 12 months and stuff. But yes, been drawing all day, late night, and I'm going in to chill out. So
nice.
All right, mate.
See you later.
You're going to go out on a video as well, my friend. You're going to go out on a video as well. So here we go. See you later, buddy.
Catch you later.
Happy New Year, Lee.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to the city of bustle, my home of 32 years. I met my wife here. My son was born here. I live in the poor and wretched industrial depths. In these filthy lower levels, sunlight is a luxury we know nothing about.
Yeah.
Just share that.
Awesome. Thank you. Good stuff.
Thanks, Lee.
All right. See you later, guys.
Catch ya.
Cheers, Colin.
Yeah, so the 4th, hey? Awesome.
Yeah. It's going to be a nice hectic January for me. Start the year off right.
I have a funny feeling I've got you on the Wednesday. Have we made that Lana week? I can't remember.
Yeah, next.
You think I'd be more organised than this?
Reggie said we're drawing Lana next Friday.
On Friday, yeah.
Yeah, on Friday, but I think I hope I confirmed with you. If I did organise to bring you in for a Wednesday show, I just can't remember which one. And I can't remember which email I put all the timetables in.
Is that CCX you're talking about?
No. The Wednesday show, AusComX show.
What's the fancy name for that?
Just the AusComX show.
Oh, okay.
Fancy.
Nice and fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've planned a few of those, but I think I might have forgot in my rush to do things to actually confirm.
It mightn't hurt to have it the following week or even the week after. How long does the Kickstarter go?
No, that's right. I remember now. I've been asked by someone else to do those first 2 weeks. So it's the third week I was going to invite you on.
Yeah. We're only doing a 20-day campaign, nice and short, so they'll probably...
Oh, that'll be perfect then. That'll be near the end
yeah.
of your campaign.
Yeah.
Right. That's
awesome.
Good.
Exciting.
Yes. That should be good.
So that'll be awesome. I mean, I've been waiting for issue 2 for a long time because issue 1 left me hanging out for more.
I haven't got issue 1. I haven't bought issue 1 yet, so I'll get both in one hit.
Get the bundle. Do it.
Oh, nice.
No, it's I think I had to get into the habit of starting to say no to a lot of people because I just kept myself way too busy. So I was kept doing other people's projects, which is fine. I love it, but I sort of neglected my own creativity a little bit there. So
that's what happens.
2022 not being like that.
Yeah. It's hard to say no, but when you've got, I've put off lots of things that I wanted to have done now, and I put them off to do other people's projects or whatever. I enjoyed doing them, but and got paid for them. So that's all right.
That's always a good thing.
I get more money from that than I do from printing and doing all my own. So, but still, you as a creative, you want to do your own stuff as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So hopefully this year I'll get a few of those things knocked over. Although I'm going through a bit of a slump at the moment. Maybe this break over this festive season, I might come out of it more creative.
Woo, do it, Dave. Do it.
Maybe I'm just a little burnt out or something. I just need the break.
It's always the end of your burnout gets you.
Yeah. Sometimes you just got to have a break. So what are you working on at the moment, Lauren?
Just editing the Kickstarter and stuff, really. I've got a couple of stretch goals. I just kind of did some like a preliminary sketch for it, like a limited edition art print and stuff, but just trying to keep it simple and low key. I'm trying not to stress myself out, just in general, keep it chill for a little bit, just because getting back to work next week as well, so get back into the swing of things and get back to the gym and look after myself again.
Lots of things.
Yeah.
You've been having some pav and Christmas cake and all that sort of stuff?
Plenty of food, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah.
It's the only time of the year you do it, so make the most of it.
Yeah, no rules. Calories don't count at Christmas. They count in January, though, when they come sneaking back.
That's it. Have you got anyone helping you with the Kickstarter, or are you doing it all on your Pat Malone?
No, it's the same team again. So it's myself doing the artwork. Tanya and Kayleen as well. So Tanya is free for next Friday to jump in as well. So
awesome.
She's the writer for the series. Yeah, and she's got a lot more insight about it. Like in terms of, I'm not a writer, which I've said many times before, but she's got this whole map of the world and storyline and arcs all in her head. So it should be good to pick her brain a little bit on that. And Kayleen, you guys have met before as well. So she's doing all the colouring for it because she's quite magical with that, which is really cool and takes a little bit of load off myself.
Yeah, it makes it good when you've got good colourist. Yeah, makes it
I feel like my colouring skills have become a lot better this year. But it's just so time consuming for me, and she loves it and does a fantastic job. So I'd rather keep supporting other creators at the same time, you know.
Yep. That's right. Yeah. Have you met Jeff Edis?
No.
You know Jeff? I'm pretty sure he's in WA, and he does a lot of colouring for comic creators. I suppose he's. Yeah.
I'll look him up.
Jeff,
cool.
Jeff with a J.
He watches the show sometimes.
E-double-F.
I've seen his name come up.
Yeah. J-E-F-F, Jeff Edis, E-D-I-S.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff. I don't know. You may meet him around. I don't know if he goes to the Comic Cons. If you ever get another Comic Con, I don't know when that's going to happen. I got a message from Supernova saying that getting on the they're going to try
Early bird
tables and get in the early birds if you can. So you get a table for your early bird. Get in there early, book your early bird. It'll be cheap. So.
Yeah, Comic Con's meant to happen in March here.
Yeah.
From what I last read, so fingers crossed. It actually goes ahead.
Yeah, well,
I got a whole stack of prints sitting here that I got done, and they're just not being used.
Hope they're not dated.
No, thank God. Now that
2021.
I've learned that in print, you never put dates on anything because they're stuffed. Yeah,
I think, and I think the first issue of Amazing Tales, I put a price on that one, and after that, I'm not doing that either. I like to test the water a bit first, and then before I start flogging them.
Yep.
But yeah, keep dates out. Yeah, well, that's pretty good.
What about you, Nick?
What's up?
Quick, Nick. What's your big plans for 2022?
I don't know. I'm finishing my Presents Noir book right now. The deadline's in like a few hours. So I'm on page 8 and I'm coloring. Like, I'm just trying to get it done. And then and it's a Budgie story, and having finished the Budgie book recently too, I'm looking forward to just not drawing budgies for a while. Yeah, and I was saying to Rob, like, I can see my skills getting better and my drawing's getting better, but like mouths and noses, I've been neglecting because I just draw beaks all the time. I can just sense my brain going, "Nah, I haven't worked that out yet, mate." So, got to get that.
Are all the characters in the Detective Budgie, are they all birds?
Yeah, everyone's a bird.
Right.
The real hook of Budgie is that everyone's a bird with arms and hands and stuff.
Yeah.
But Budgie's got wings, so he's different.
Right.
And he's treated different.
Okay.
So it's like his curse as well.
So you've been getting some hand drawing in and that sort of thing, legs and...
Yeah, well, even with Budgie, you can kind of skip drawing hands a lot of the time as well. So, but then it's in to focus on other people's hands because he doesn't have them, and he looks at them and stuff. He's always watching and thinking about hands. And there's lots of hand jokes. People try to shake his hand and stuff like that. He gets nervous.
All right, pretty good. Are you running a quick Kickstarter for them?
Quick start. You can buy a Budgie right now through the budgie.com, and I've sent you a batch as well, so you can also.
Yep, they just arrived. I've got to set them up. I've got to bag them, board them, and get some information to put them on the site, and they'll be ready for the shop.
Oh, I might buy them through the shop.
Yeah, get a whole bunch of ComX stuff, and that's the plan.
All right. I'll visit the shop in the new year. Pick up a few others.
Yep. I'll probably do that tomorrow. That'll probably be my job for tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
To do that.
You got a few other new titles come in?
I've got one. Oh, I can't remember its name. Crystal Skull Saga.
Okay.
That one's cool. I like that one.
Yeah, that he brought them around a while ago. I just haven't had. I've been waiting for the synopsis and stuff so I can put them in the store.
Yep.
But yeah, also just one of those things. I've just been busy, so that'll be job for tomorrow as well. I'll put them in when I put Budgie in.
I'll have a look next week and see. Put an order in. I like to get a couple.
There's been a few. I'm not pushing it as hard as I should. I really should be out there telling people, add your stuff to my store. I mean, I'm getting some Dark Nebula.
Oh yeah.
That's in the post at the moment, so I'll be getting that sometime next week.
Right.
Revery's about to send a whole box to me, so I'm getting a whole heap of Reverie stuff. Reverie.
Oh, Reverie. Yep.
Yeah, Revery's about to send me a whole heap of stuff. Once they're just waiting for the comics from their Kickstarter to be printed, so they can send them all in one batch.
Oh right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll have a whole heap of Reverie books in there soon.
That'll be a big box when that comes, mate.
Yeah, it will be, I reckon. And I've got I'm still waiting on some, because I ran out of bags, so I've still got a bag and board about 100 of the NOIRs. So for issue 2,
I'm working on a new cover for you. A new cover for Noir number 1.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that for when we reprint. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and new number 1.
When do you want that?
No rush at the moment. It's just once we sell out of all the different covers we've currently got, we'll go to the new reprint cover.
Right.
So I need to advertise that as well. So anyone listening here, there's not many of you, but with all the variant covers that we do for Presents and Presents NOIR, what we print during the Kickstarter or the pre-order launch, however we end up doing it. At the moment, it's just been Kickstarters. That'll be it. So if there's 50 or 40, I think this time there's 30 of each cover.
30 of each.
Yeah, 30 of each cover, I think it was this time. That'll be it for those covers, and then there'll be a print cover for every reprint after that. It will just be the one cover. There won't be 4 variances after that.
Yeah. That's you're printing through Baden and Jeffries, aren't you? Do they do a print on demand thing so you can print, 10 or 20 or whatever like that? Or is that?
I don't think they do. We've never had an order that small, so I've never needed to ask. But I get the impression they start at 50.
50, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's just a guess, because when he gives a quote, he gives all the different ranges.
Yeah.
And the smallest range is 50.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a bit of an assumption. So I could be wrong. But
might be right. Yeah. Oh, 50 is a good number.
Yeah.
You'll sell them over time. Easy enough.
Yeah.
Are you going to go to a few conventions this year?
I want to go to all the Brisbane ones.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Zach will go to all the Sydney ones. Yeah. And then we've just got to organise people for the rest of the country. Because I can't make it away from here.
Yeah.
That's a cost I can't incur at this point in time.
Yeah.
But I can definitely get to the thing. I'm trying to organise some sort of system where I can help someone else with their table in another state if they promote ComX stuff.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm hoping to get to a few this year, so definitely do Melbourne and Adelaide.
Oh, awesome.
We can talk about that later if you like.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I'd like to do Sydney. I've never done Sydney.
Sydney's fun.
Sydney's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It's a long way to go. I always drive to where I go because then I've got me. I don't know. I've never flown with a load of comics to sell, but some people do that. They've got to do that. With, you got
their only option.
Tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the country, so I've got to fly from here to Melbourne. I might be able to go straight to Sydney, actually. I'm not too sure what the price will be. Might be couple. Well, I don't know, $160 probably.
Chances are next year the flights will be cheap, so they can start getting people
moving
back on the planes.
Yeah, well, that'd
That
be
makes
good.
sense.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed.
I know some people fly to Perth to for the supernovas and the Comic Cons. It's a long way to go, and you've got to be hopeful for get some good.
I'd love to get
sailing.
to the stage where I'm going to all of them. That would be pretty freaking awesome.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be cool.
There was
Yeah.
one stint I did 3 in a row. It was Perth, Brisbane, and Melbourne or something. It was back-to-back weekends.
Oh wow!
Broke me a little bit.
Yeah, where were you living then, Laura?
In Perth.
You were living in Perth then? Wow.
Yeah, I tried to do every single one that year, which was cool. I then cut back the following year.
Yeah.
That was when it was like peaking, and I had like it was absolutely booming, and everyone was spending heaps of money, and it was not that money's like the be all and end all, but it's good to make ends meet. But it was, and everyone was excited, and it was fresh. There wasn't too many like drama or anything like that. It was that was a good year, and then I kind of went downhill from there a little bit. But hoping everybody sort of like comes back with a vengeance this year.
Yeah, well,
Fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
People have said that been to the couple of conventions at the end of this year that's just ending, that they've been really good, well patronised. People have been going to buy comics, and
that's good to know.
Yeah, that's right. I know the last. I think it was the last. I know I did the Adelaide Comic Convention. It was a one day. It was the Adelaide Comic and Toy Fair, and they were really good. The people there was a limited number they could come through the door, so they had people out the front. They had to queue up and wait till someone came out before the next one could come in. So there's limited numbers inside the building. The people were doing it, and when they came in, they actually bought stuff.
That's
so
awesome.
Yeah, it was good. Adelaide crowds are pretty good that way.
I've got to look into all the smaller ones.
Yeah, well, the smaller ones sometimes work out a lot
some
better
of them
because
can
the
absolutely
table.
go off. You can meet a lot more people. You can talk to a lot more people, and more people there interested in indie comics than pop culture, like some of the big ones are all about.
Yeah.
So, and they cost a lot less, which is also a bonus.
The tables are
on their tables. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone, and they said they went to a supernova that was $700 for the table, and then they went to a local fair type thing, and that was $20 for the table, and they sold more at the $20 table one than they sold at the supernova.
Yeah.
So I thought, my site also is meant to document all the events that happen, which is something I've got to get on top of once now that COVID's starting to not be such a huge thing anymore. Even though it's been a huge thing, it's been less of a huge thing, if that makes sense. It's a bit confusing. Funny. I'm trying to follow it, and I'm getting a bit confused. But this strain is more contagious, but less makes you less sick, or something. Someone was telling me.
Yeah. Well, apparently it seems to be because I think I saw that New South Wales got 23,000 cases today.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It makes sense, I guess, because at the end of the day, a virus is trying to replicate, make more of itself, and survive. And killing the host is a really bad way to do that. So, getting more contagious and less fatal, it makes sense for a virus to mutate that way.
Yeah. So anyway, the New South Wales government's just leaving everything open, I think, and just saying go for it.
I think it's too late now.
Yeah, they've let it go. I suppose they're just a little bit worried that they're going to get a big rush of people into the hospital and not be able to treat them.
That'll suck.
Be worried about.
Well, I'm in New South Wales, and my postcode today alone had 50 people.
60. Yeah.
50 cases alone today.
Yeah. That's a lot, isn't it?
But I'm just like, oh, okay. This is me locking my doors again.
Next door.
Hey, I was going to ask you, Zach, when's the Wollongong Comic Con?
Comic Gong
the comic.
is application in January,
Right.
assuming that it runs ahead because it got cancelled the last 2 years.
Yeah. What do they call it? Comic Gong or something?
Comic Gong,
Comic
as
Gong.
in gong for Wollongong.
Yeah, Wollongong,
So Comic
yeah.
Gong.
Yeah, I used to live at NOIR, mate. I know the South Coast pretty good.
I go to NOIR every now and again.
Do you? Yeah.
I got a printer there who does a lot of my stuff. It's really
all right,
cool.
yeah. I think I saw Drop, or what is it, Jay at Drop there mentioned something about comics too. He's got some sort of connection with someone down at NOIR. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, and what's the table price like at the Comic Con?
The last one was $80.
80. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty alright.
When it first started, it was cheaper, but
Yeah.
it started really gaining momentum, so the table prices went up.
No.
But the last one, it was pretty much all cosplayers, so no one really made money at all.
Yeah.
Like it was literally like I made my table cost back. Yay, team!
Yeah. 80's
It was
still
just
not
an
too.
off year. That year was just
Yeah.
weird.
Well, 80's still a lot better than, the big ones. Supernova.
Supernova, when I did it, I got it on the early bird,
probably hiding under,
and I think it was 260 or something
275
for the 3 days, something like that. Yeah, and then you have to pay for the insurance, which is like 100 and something.
I
think depends where you get it through.
You can get it for about
Supernova, you're
100.
pretty much there for promotion and hopefully make your table back.
Yeah.
That's pretty much Supernova.
I think the one I mentioned in Adelaide, I think a table there was $50. Paper
It's not
cuts.
too bad.
Paper cuts is $50, and then refunded after the event. Or $40
Really?
or something like that. Yeah.
Or is it just to make sure you come to the table? Yeah.
Just to make sure you turn up. That's
Okay.
wow. That's good.
That's awesome.
It's a one-day event, although they do have a number of. It's like a 4-day event, really, because they have different days. There's different things going on. They have readings of comics and.
They'll do a book launch or an interview.
Book launch, yeah.
It's all free, and you can check it all out. It's all great.
Comic readings where they read.
Yep.
So it goes over a few days, and I think the final day is the actual the comic selling market, comic market.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a good one to get to if you can. Some people come across from Melbourne and that for that. I think, and maybe even Perth. I had an idea Bruce Mutard might have gone across from Perth for this year's one. And I was going to ask you, Zach, the Comic Gong, is that 1 day or 2 days?
1.
1 day. Oh, okay.
It's the second Saturday of May normally.
Right. Okay. Right. Do they have an early bird on that? Or straight flat rate? Flat rate. Yep.
It's straight flat rate, I think. And you can get more than one table. So I think if you get 2 tables, it doesn't double. I think it's like 120.
Oh, okay.
Or 100 or something like that.
Right.
Because there's stores that rock up. There's wrestling. There's cosplay. There's
Duncan lights up.
Come and wrestle, Duncan.
Yeah. During the slow period, mate. Get in there and knock a few heads.
But they split it over
wrestling at the cons is
Wollongong
rough.
Gallery, the library, and the town hall. So it's spread over. There's stuff in the library. They do a really good job of it.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully it comes back full force.
And people, they sell all sorts of stuff. Like they sell the toys and the.
There's toys. There's people make like bow ties and stuff. There's Lego. There's people who sell film cells. So
Yep.
it's like a moment from animation and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It's a good mix of stuff,
Mm.
and it's cool because it's everyone. Mostly, everyone's real nice to each other and stuff.
Yeah.
And you kind of get the person like going around and buying a bit here and a bit there just to throw some money around to everyone. So you kind of do the
that's good.
same.
Always good to have
Just
people like that. But and I suppose you get a few people down from Sydney too to sell their stuff.
Yeah, one year Jamie came down.
Jamie.
I don't know. He came down from Sydney to do it. There's a
Right.
few Sydney people who have come down, but the Wollongong Council Library who runs it, they normally try and keep it Wollongong-ish.
Locals. They like
Yeah.
to have locals, do they? That's their preference.
Oh, okay.
Probably fill the table with as many locals, and when they run out of them, that's when they'll start taking the outliers.
They get some there's some cool books I've got there. I've met Tim Stiles through it. I met Evan Newby. That's where I met Jay from Drop Air originally, I think.
Oh yeah.
So you do wind up meeting a lot of cool people.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying to Morgan. Get along with them when you can, because they are good. You will meet people and swap ideas and all that sort of stuff. Get the just mix with your fellow creators. Always good. This is really good way of doing it as well, but it's a lot easier.
In person's always better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Face to face, a lot better.
That's why I'm never going to Bathurst. Duncan scares me. through the screen, it's all good. I've seen Bin Kitty. The man's crazy.
He's about 6'8" too, mate. He'll tower over the top of you.
6'8".
Yeah.
Just sort of hide in corners and lurk around and talk every now and then.
Bin Kitty. So Bin Kitty's really alter ego.
Honestly, yeah, kinda. a little bit.
Now I'm more scared.
Yeah. Yeah, I really am worried.
That's a good question, because I'm always asked if I am my characters and stuff. Like, what about you, Lauren? People ask, are you Lana? People ever ask you that?
Partially, maybe. I think I want to be as gutsy as she is a little bit, but I have always said that she's sort of like bits and pieces of things that I admire or like or show interest in. I've always been a fan of like the broody characters like Hellboy or something like that, like they got an attitude or something. So I feel like it's drawn from that a lot, and a lot of anime and stuff like that I'm really into. So yeah, I suppose partially part me. I have had purple hair as well, so I suppose.
Oh, well, there you go.
That works.
What about you, Zach? Are you Bronwyn?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's got the costume.
Hang on, let me get the red wig.
Yeah, sweet.
No, there's bits and pieces. Like Lauren said, it's kind of like the little love letters to bits and pieces you grew up with. Then you throw in like your kind of like ideas and morals and stuff like that in the character as well, and so there's that. But I can't rock a costume. So.
I'm sure you could if you tried.
We'd be interested to see when you try, mate.
Would it?
Take photos.
Pardon?
Take photos. We want to see when you try.
And you can start the ComX OnlyFans.
It's not going to happen. Sorry.
What about a Halloween episode? We all have to dress up like.
Dress up as your favourite.
All right, I'll dress up
write
as
that
Vivian.
down. That's an excellent idea.
There you go.
Dress up as your character. There you go. I'll be Sidrus for the night. Excellent. Dye my grey beard orange.
Get Carrie to make you a costume, mate. She's pretty handy with a sewing machine.
I don't know, actually.
We might find out.
A lot of spandex.
Oh boy.
Stretchy stuff.
Lots of stretchy stuff for this rather large
Yeah.
stomach. Maybe a corset to push it all up into the chest.
Corset, yeah.
Give me that muscular look.
Very sexy. Thin waist, big barrel chest, like Superman.
Oh.
Yeah.
I actually have a
that's the
question
one.
for both Duncan and Lauren. When you, like, because you're, for Lauren, in your case, that you're doing book 2 now, did you look back at book 1 to get, like, the refresher in your head?
Yeah, and
And was it
kind
like
of
that
true.
bit of a shock, like, wow, I want to redraw it all?
Yeah, 100%. A lot of like anatomy stuff and whatever. And back then I thought I was the duck's nut. So I was like, yeah, boy, I can draw anything. I look back at it now and I'm like, God damn, you need some help. But it's actually really humbling to see as well though. So you kind of know that
Yeah.
you've moved forward a little bit. I'm not willing to change it. It's part of the history of the series, I guess. So almost a collector's item of cringeworthy goodness for everybody else. So, yeah.
What about you, Duncan? Because I know that you're redrawing Bin
The
Kitty.
entire thing.
Yeah, redoing the entire thing. I'm pretty much
So-
just using the original first issue as just a basis for the remake. Just sort of taking it and seeing what either works or doesn't work. Sometimes, like whole pages, I just have to redraw the art, and it's like great. Other ones, I just scrap the whole damn thing. So it's pretty much just just uses as a basis for the second one, expanded upon. Yeah.
It's not just like your technical drawing though, like in terms of drawing faces or hands or whatever. But it's also like your conceptualizing and also like how you form the page and how you tell the story.
Yeah, page layout, the composition, the whole thing. Yeah.
Because that's what I found. Because in my Kickstarter, there was a tier that if I hit a level, the stories will be printed for the first time in color. Not knowing that I had lost the color files, so I had to scan all the pages and reconstruct the pages. But while I'm reconstructing, I'm like, the way that I told the story then, I'm like, why did I do that? So I'm kind of a little bit course correcting. But it is nice to look back at it and be like, oh, I don't draw like that anymore. Thank God. Kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, it's an opportunity to improve your storytelling. I suppose.
Definitely somewhere.
That's
Yeah,
probably the main
if you look at
thing.
my prototype Bin Kitty to the one I'm doing now, it's like night and day difference in the art. And that was like only 2 years ago. It's like a huge, gigantic improvement.
Do you find you draw them like Lana or Bin Kitty different now? Like, without realizing it, you've really evolved away from like how they first appeared?
I think it's more
Does that make
time. So like if I took a lot more time to do it and refine, then I would get it to where I want it. So like with the cover page and character conceptualizing and stuff like that. But now it's natural. So I think it's just bread and butter now, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. The general look of her hasn't changed since I actually like first started drawing the character.
Yep.
Just generally, it's gotten a lot sort of cleaner and more natural to draw. Like I can just sort of bang out a picture of Bin Kitty again instantly because I'm just so used to drawing it every single day.
Yeah. Well, you look at Calvin and Hobbes and Peanuts and all those comics and Superman, I guess they all different now to what they were originally. You know, the artist developed their skills and improved, changed.
I feel like
characters.
Garfield's the best reference for that. Like old Garfield's really like looks like Bin Kitty's really chubby and stuff.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of them are like that. Except the more polished sort of ones, I suppose, that the artists that really had the definite right from the very beginning what they were doing. Probably a lot of the artists like Garfield and that they might have been doing it. But how long has been Garfield? Been going 40 years more.
Something like
that. Yeah. Some of these comics have been going for 50, 60 years. With the Peanuts and that. And Charles Schultz was doing Peanuts, and he did that all his life. He died when he, I don't know, 80 or 90. I think he was drawing pretty much right up to the end. And the original Peanuts, Charlie Brown and Lucy and Linus, they look a lot different to how they did later or after a few years. So, it's only natural to change. I find that if I was to go back and I'd be too, I think, bored. It'd have to be to change the way I told the story, as in the way an angle was on, or maybe adding a panel, or deleting a
taking
panel,
panels
or
away.
different viewpoint, a close up instead of a twin shot or whatever. It'd have to be something like that rather than just redrawing each panel. I think I'd be too bored otherwise. Just doing that, I'd be too lazy to actually. Yeah.
And when I was drawing
thanks.
Budgie,
sorry.
I got a good one. When I was drawing Budgie, I used to give him pretty deep, harsh eyebrows, quite black. And then as I progressed, I started to just develop just a big flap of skin, Wallace and Gromit instead.
Yeah.
That would animate more instead. So I kind of
right.
worked backwards. So I was like, I like this big skin flap more. And I like coloring underneath it more than a dark eyebrow. So that was something I went back and changed while I was drawing Budgie.
So you did go back and change that, did you?
It was during the book, though. I didn't finish it. But as I was progressing and skills were developing. Yeah, and it was much more fun to animate a big flap of skin. Sometimes it's just one, sometimes it's two, and they're like the thing or the hole they curve in with.
Yeah, right. What are you saying, Sis?
I was just about to wrap it up because I didn't want to tie you guys up anymore. I just thought, and plus I've actually got work to do, so I can't be doing that. Just in case the boss is actually watching this and you're like, "What are you doing, Shane? You're meant to be doing this." So thank you very much for coming along and helping me celebrate the end of this year and to celebrate the beginning of the new one. I'm really looking forward to doing more stuff with all of you guys who could and couldn't make it with ComX. And I'm really looking forward to meeting new people. That's our big goal for ComX next year is we seem to have become a circle, and I want to continue growing that circle.
Yep. Right.
We've become very comfortable in our group, I think. And I'm going to get more people to be part of it.
Add another 50 people.
Yeah, exactly. One each week. That'll do. 50.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's 50 more Bronwyn covers. I love it.
So thank you very much. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for to joining me on this what is basically a holiday.
It's been good to catch you before the end of the new year, the old year, and welcome in the new year.
How far away are you guys from?
Pardon?
Like an hour? You got what, hour and a half?
In New South Wales, it's 10:30.
Yeah, 10:30.
It's an hour and a half. So 2.5 hours for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I got 2.5 hours to finish this project.
Believe in you, Shane. Believe in you quick, Nick.
Good luck with that, Sis, and thanks, mate, for a good year. I've had a great time. It's been great.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I've had a great year. This has been awesome. That's pretty much all this was about, was to celebrate what an awesome year I've had, and I just wanted to sort of drag you guys into my having an awesome year-ness
Oh, well,
celebration.
Didn't have to drag too hard. I was happy to come in, say g'day. Yeah.
Cool. Well, because this has a lack of anything else to show as an ending, I'm just going to show the ComX show outro. So
Right,
thank you very much, guys. Thank you, everyone who watched. Have a great new year, everyone.
Happy
Have
New
a
Year,
great
everyone.
night.
Yeah.
Happy New
Year.
Yeah.
And see you in 2022. And let's go retro on our goodbye.
Next week.
Slap that.